Well, I mean, you hit 1,000, so it's professional now. Mic check.
Mic check for yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I think everything is Gucci. Hold on. This just needs to be out the way. This needs to be out the way. And now we're good. Okay. What it do, what it don't, what it is, and what it ain't. It's your boy, Don Otaku, aka Don Solo, aka Solo the Don, aka Solo the Swaggy, aka Lee Don Al Gaib. And of course, I am here with the one and only Subegels, aka Subeg, aka the Green Thumb, aka the Gaming Gardener, aka the first string quarterback. What it do? What's up? What you been up to?
So yeah, I just came back from the gym, just trying to be consistent with it. But I had a chill day today. I just did abs and a little bit of cardio. Then I hit the sauna and now I'm here, and I'm excited though because we got hella shit to talk about today.
Almost too much to talk about.
This is gonna be a good show.
But yeah, no doubt. I was doing the opposite of working out. I was on some big back activities. Hit up the sushi spot because I just been craving that shit, bro. Okay. I got blessed yesterday. Crazy, but yeah, today hit up the sushi spot that I've been plotting on for a while. One of the revolving sushi bars. So
what kind of roll did you get?
Oh, I got a few, cause like small plates, since it's the revolving, but.
Oh, it's like one of them all-you-can-eat type places.
Yeah, I guess not all-you-can-eat because you have to pay per plate. But yeah, it was pretty good. I tried a bunch of different rolls, some nigiri. It was actually a pretty decent place. The prices weren't too bad compared to some of the other ones where you're kind of paying like $4 per plate or more. Mm-hmm. It was like the max was $3.75. But for the most part, most of the rolls that I was getting was like $2.65, $3.15. So actually pretty decently priced.
Good.
For the most part.
Did you find a spot? Did you finally find one?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good spot.
Okay.
For Portland. But yeah, yesterday, I was picking up my girl from work, and we've been eating this beef stew that I made for like the last 3 days. So we were like, bro, it's like we didn't want to go back home and eat the beef stew again because I made a shit ton of it. So we were like, man, we need to let's just stop and get something. They're like, man, let's hit up B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wing, right?
Yeah.
So they was doing a BOGO. For the wings
on Tuesdays, yeah.
And if you it's usually buy one get one 50% off, but if you have the app, it's buy one get one free for the traditional. So you have to make an account on the app. Mm-hmm. So you're like, cool, it's perfect. We usually do 10 piece for each of us, and we cooling, waiting on the food to come. It was super. I mean, I guess it was slow because there was only like one server per section. It seemed like they were understaffed, but the waitress was pretty cool about it. She was pretty nice. She was saying that it was gonna take a while. We're like, cool, it's all right. Like, we ain't complaining. So, also I ordered this. They had this Corona Rita, which was like a margarita, and they like had the bottle of Corona like on top, and it just slowly pours as you drink, and it gets more and more Corona in it with the margarita. It was actually pretty fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, sick. Yeah, no, B-dubs is the spot.
Yeah, it's definitely like it's definitely the spot when you want wings like that. You just, because we've tried. I already had my wing story last week.
Yeah.
So yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings is basically the spot. Like, if you want wings in Portland, because I ain't trusting any more of these local joints.
I think B-dubs also fries their stuff in tallow, if I'm not mistaken. So it's actually pretty healthy. Like, if they do it, I think they do though. But yeah, B-dubs is good.
Yeah, so the wings finally come out, right? And I'm like, okay, bet. It's about to go down. So take one of the wings. I ordered the vampire killer, okay. Which if you know what that is, it's not on the menu.
I don't know what that is.
It's the garlic parmesan mixed with the spicy garlic.
Okay.
That's why it's called the vampire killer, because you mix the two garlics. It's my favorite thing to get at B-dubs. And usually anywhere I go, I'm gonna see if I can get the like spicy parmesan garlic, because I just like the mix of like buffalo and the garlic parmesan. It's really good.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So, and I got like Cajun, she got mango habanero, and she also got vampire killer. So it was like 10 piece of vampire killer, and then 5 and 5 of the Cajun and the mango habanero. So plate comes out, I see the spicy garlic. I'm like, okay, go for that first. And then I'm like, oh, this other one must be the Cajun. I try it. I'm like, this don't taste like the Cajun. But I'm like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. I'm just like, I'm not remembering what Cajun tastes like. So we continue eating, but then she's like, this don't taste like mango habanero. I'm like, And then we ate like 3-4 of the wings, or we were really like we confirmed like, yeah, this is not like some of it is right, some of it is wrong. Cause
oh no.
And it was like there was 10 of the not mango habanero, yeah, instead of 10 of the vampire killer. And so we were like, okay, we talked to the waitress. She was like, oh, it looks like y'all got somebody else's plate. And I was like, dang, okay. She's like, yeah. So she's like, well, y'all can just keep that. We gonna bring out your order soon, and then we'll just remake theirs. So we ended up getting 40 wings basically. And I still have like 12 wings sitting,
God damn.
or not even 12. There's still like 20 wings in there.
Yeah. You got some leftovers.
Yeah, it's still sitting in the fridge. I was like, bruh, the buy one get 3 free. Didn't know that deal existed, but hell yeah. So
yeah, we got that Game Pass. No, I'm just kidding.
So we got blessed up with the wings. I was like, shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings. That was definitely to make up for that fucking fire on the mountain bullshit from last week.
Yeah.
Or the week before. Sure. I don't even remember when that was.
You got rewarded. Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, shout out to B-dubs. Also, I'm pretty sure you won't be able to see it on camera, but I'm having an allergic reaction to something in my eye. It's swollen as fuck.
Oh no!
Not to the point that it's like shut closed, but it's definitely.
Yeah, I can't really tell.
Yeah, you wouldn't. It's not noticeable unless you like really look at them side by side. But okay. Yeah, this eye is like burning right now.
Oh no!
So. I'm trying not to rub it. If you see me rubbing it, just say stop. No, I'm just
All
kidding.
right.
But yeah,
I got you.
so it's been a week. A lot of stuff been going on this week, but we coolin'. But yeah, with that, let's get into some games, man. What you been playing?
Yeah, for sure. So, still playing college football, but so I've started to really dive into the Ultimate Team in the game, and I still haven't spent a single dime. But my team is now a 90 overall, so I haven't spent a single penny on the game. Just playing it. I think I got like a little booster pack from Game Pass when I first got it, but like outside of that, it's just playing the game, grinding it out, getting the coins, and then going into the marketplace and just filling out the team, whatever I needed, getting like trying to go highest overall with however much coin I had. But yeah, 90 overall. So now the
2K.
homies. What happened?
It couldn't be 2K.
Nah,
Not spending a
definitely
dime
not.
and getting 90 overall.
Nope. No, even if you spend all your money on your the My Player in 2K, you still have to grind out to get yourself to spend more money to level yourself up. So I think
that's so disgusting to me. Like there was a
That's why I don't
time
play
when I was
it.
like,
I don't
man,
play it, dude.
I just want to pay my way to the top, and they were like, no, you gonna pay. But you're not gonna pay your way to the top. You still gotta grind out and then pay some more. Like, how you gonna gatekeep me paying my way to being like the best player? Y'all can eat a dick with that.
Yeah, that's why I don't play it. And that's remember when you were talking about how Fortnite should add the sports games and stuff? Like I was thinking like they should, because then like I would actually have a fun basketball game, like because 2K like. So on top of all that in 2K, like the gameplay, it's not as good too, because it's like they made it so animation based, and it's so like I don't know, it's just not as fun anymore. It used to be way better. Funny thing, it used to even look better in my opinion. But,
bro, 2K21 still looks better than 2K23, 4, and 5.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Exactly. So. Anyway, so with CFB, yeah, no, it's lit, but because in the Ultimate Team there's a 3v3 mode. So how it goes is you pick an offensive captain, you pick like a defensive captain, then you just have one person just playing whatever. And usually I was just the one that was playing whatever, but since QB1 he kind of been struggling, he's been throwing hella picks lately. They're like, fuck it, we're gonna experiment. So I ended up like playing like a lot of games actually as quarterback, probably like 3 or 4, or yeah, something like that. But it's so much fun now. Like now that I actually have like a good quarterback there, and I have like a good offensive line, so like they could actually block for me and shit. So it's gotten so much better, and I'm also learning how to, because you can do both low throws and high throws. That's based on the triggers. So left trigger is a low throw, and then the left bumper is a high throw. So if you press those two buttons like in conjunction with like whatever button you're passing with, like if your wide receivers on the X button, if you press those two bumpers, then you can do like either a high or low, or you can just throw it regular. So I'm starting to really experiment with that, because if you throw a high throw, then you can get it over the defenders and they're not going to pick the ball, you know. And so I'm just it's just starting to click, and we're having fun, and we're cycling through, like we're getting everyone to, you know, try different shit. So yeah, CFB is so much fun. It's I'm loving it. I'm actually getting really excited for the next one. Hopefully it's the online is improved in that one, because the connection it's not good. Like in one game, like we might not even boot into the game, like and it doesn't even give you an option to leave. Like once you're stuck in the like loading in animation, you're stuck, or you can quit to the dashboard and then you're gonna get a loss for it, you know.
Yeah.
So I just hope they, you know, I hope in the online aspect they make it better, but in the gameplay aspect it's really fun. But yeah, so I've been playing CFB.
I'm also hoping that it's a 60 meta, just terrible game all around.
For sure. But yeah. Should I say count your days? No, I'm just kidding. Let's So CFB still fun. 90 overall now. We're inching closer to 91 because my offense is at a 92, but my defense is at an 89. So that like equals out to being like 90. But yeah. I'm getting there. But yeah. So I've been playing that. I started Rebirth on PC.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's dude, it's the game looks so much better than the console version. Like it's actually kind of nuts. Like I know like graphics aren't everything, but like having a high fidelity game like does make you more immersed into it, especially when like that's one of the big pillars going for the game, you know. It's like it has good combat, it's high fidelity, and it has like a interesting fun story. Like it's kind of surface level in that aspect, but I don't know, just having sharper graphics, it does make it better. But I'm enjoying it.
But Subeg, I heard that making it exclusive would make it like it would be the best it could possibly be. Even I thought that's what exclusivity was about. It was about like getting the best of the game that you can get, because they only working on one hardware. Is that not true?
You can get the best of the game if you get the $800 machine, you know. Then you can get the best of the game, but that's how they get you. And honestly, it was funny because Square Enix was saying like, oh, they're gonna fix it, and like they literally never fixed it. But the PlayStation 5 Pro,
yeah, they fixed it
on there.
But you gotta pay $800. That's how you fix it.
Oh, that's hella funny. But no, I didn't spend no 800. I just bought it on PC. I think it was 48. So it's I got it for a little discount too. I didn't need to spend $800 to get sharper graphics. I'm chilling. But yeah, no, it's good. The thing that I like the most that it does is it is like an active like game. Like you have combos, you have air combos, you can dash up into the air, you can switch between the party members and all that. So it is very active, but the little hints of turn-based in there are really cool. Like I really like that they still have that in there. It's like a little sprinkle of turn-based. But yeah, I'm still enjoying. I'm dreading the point where I'm having like the game forces me to just play all the mini games because I'm still just in the beginning areas, but. Yeah, I'm still going through it. I do like one mini game, Queen's Blood. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I heard a lot about it when it first came out.
Yeah, it's actually. I wish that there was like a Queen's Blood only game, like maybe like a
Gwent.
Or yeah, like a Gwent. I was even thinking maybe like a Balatro. Like it could be something like that, like a mobile game. They should do that because it's actually a lot of fun, and there is a lot of strategy involved in it, especially when you build out your decks. But yeah, I'm enjoying it though. It's fun, and the fact that I'm like getting it to run at like 100 frames and at 4K, and it looks like hella good, like that just makes me want to just play it more, And I've also been experimenting with my PC because I'm starting to use HDR more, which I don't use on my PC that often. So I'm starting to just like see how games look in HDR, and it does make games look sharper and more like the colors, they just pop a little bit more, and it looks like it has more depth to the picture. So I'm liking it. But yeah, other than that. Honestly, I played a little bit of Doom. Oh, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, that wasn't announced when we recorded last week, but yeah. It was the day after. I've been playing a little bit of that. Finally got to Giza in Indiana Jones, so I'm inching my way in that game too. But yeah, just trying to get through these games.
That's what's up. So, as for myself, Don Otaku, as you can see, I'm playing Blade Chimera still. I'm maybe halfway through now. And it's funny, on Saturday's episode of Project Entitled, I was talking shit about this game. Because I was like, man, this game is fun for sure. The combat is fun. The powers are really fun to use. And like the baseline moveset and the power-ups that you get are pretty fun. But then I was like, man, this game is way too easy. Like coming off of Prince of Persia and comparing it to like Metroid Dread and Ori Will of the Wisps and Hollow Knight especially, like this game is way too easy compared to those. So like last week I was dunking, I was like, man, like I'm having fun and I love it, but there's no challenge to it. So it's like I'm getting all these like upgraded weapons and all these power-ups just to destroy enemies even faster. And there's really no platforming challenges like how Prince of Persia had and Ori had. And I'm just like, where does it kick in? So today I was playing, and then they said, oh, you was talking shit on Saturday, wasn't you? I heard that shit. They said I heard that shit because they said this is when it kicks in. So then like today I was in a chat, and Chuckin was listening to me while I was playing. And I was over here like, bro, what the fuck? And then they're like, what are you playing? I was like, I'm playing Blade Chimera. Like, wasn't you just saying that game was easy? I was like, yeah. They heard me talking shit. They switched up on me real quick, bro.
See, you can't ever underestimate a game, man. You can't ever do it. You never know when they'll just like, you know, flip the switch.
Because I was literally in the middle of I was in this section that they were really just destroying me. There was all these traps and spikes, and there was fireballs flying everywhere. They kept on turning me into stone. I was like, yeah, this is what I was expecting. This is what I was waiting for. Now I got to the boss, and I was like, man, this boss easy as hell. I started talking shit again. That second phase hit, and then I was like, oh, hold on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, okay. I'm hoping that they continue with this level of difficulty and keep on raising it from here, because that was actually a really fun section, and I didn't think that I would be interested in the story, but the story started to pick up, and now I'm actually like, oh, hold on, there's actually a lot more to this story than meets the eye. So the basic plot of the story is that you work for this organization called the Holy Union. They have basically taken over this city as they're basically the sole ruler of this city, and because they're only ones who can fight against the demons who have been sprouting for the last 30 years, right?
Okay.
32 years to be exact. And you are Shin, who 32 years ago, you were woken up by the Holy Union. You have no memories of anything that happened 32 years ago, but you were basically raised and trained by the Holy Union since. You meet a demon that usually you would have executed on the spot. But you meet this demon who actually helps you. She can transform into the green sword that you see behind his back, and then that is basically your powers that you use throughout the game. So the Holy Union, obviously, supposed to be the good guys. Demons supposed to be the bad guys. But you start to come across a lot of evidence and conspiracies and things that kind of make you think, maybe this whole good and evil thing, like maybe what we know of as good and evil, there's a little finer line between that and what I've been thinking is who were the good guys this whole time. Maybe they aren't as good as I thought. So the story is really picking up. There was a few like moments I was like, oh, like so it's actually getting really good. I'm actually kind of invested in the story now, which is making me stick with it for longer as well. So
nice.
Blade Chimera is stepping it up now for sure, especially the gameplay that I played today. I was like, okay, man, it's actually getting really good.
Sick.
My biggest complaint so far is that the Metroidvania elements are super light. It feels like you don't, because you hit those moments in a Metroidvania where you get a power up and you're like, oh man, now that I have this, I can go back and do all of this, and this feels very. I remember there was a lot of, I haven't played Tales of Gonzera, but I remember a lot of people saying that it felt more like a action platformer than it did a Metroidvania. Like the Metroidvania elements were super light.
Okay.
That's how I feel about this game, because it doesn't, because there's a skill tree and you rarely get an ability that's like, oh, bam, you have this ability and you can do this now that'll like help you with traversal or help you with puzzles or anything like that. So the skill tree opens up more and you can buy new abilities and enhance your abilities. Like you can get an air dash, but you can get it at any time. You can get a double jump, but you can get it at any time as long as you have leveled up enough.
Okay.
So, but at the same time, it never feels like you need the double jump, except for like secret areas. So it's not like a progression thing. It's more of a, hey, there's these secret places or secret items that you couldn't get before, but now that you unlock the double jump, you can go back and get that. But the sense of progression is kind of just, you just go when the story asks of you. Like the only kind of progression is like they'll give you clearance to areas that you couldn't go before. But that's it. They're like, okay, your key card can access level 3 instead of just level 2 and 1 now. So like, but as far as your powers go, it never feels like, you never get that, oh man, like this is how I can get to this place now. That's crazy. Like it's definitely lacking in the Metroidvania department.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm loving the game.
Nice.
All right. Still on my Unicorn Overlord grind.
Let's go.
I'm still on the 4th country, which I've basically just been grinding and doing side quests, doing the auxiliary quest to level up my characters, trying to get them all to level 30 so that they can basically just wash everything without really thinking about it. I like to overlevel in these type of games. So I just been kind of grinding that out. Not much progress as far as the story goes though.
Okay.
I guess I'll talk about this when we talk about the direct, but Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, I have been playing, have some gameplay and everything.
For sure.
Okay. Last game that I picked up though, or I shouldn't say picked up, but last game that I tried out, Eternal Strands. You know about this one?
Did it just drop on Game Pass?
Yes.
Okay. I think I've seen like a trailer or something.
So this game was kind of on my radar, or I remember seeing it and then I was like, oh, this looks cool, and then it just kind of disappeared for a while. I just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
But I saw that it was in Game Pass. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh, this is that one game that, because it had very Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom kind of elements to it. You can climb everywhere, anything. Already in love with that. And they have that chemistry system where you're using ice and fire and different elements to, like, you'll have instances where you're making a bridge of ice to get across a floor that is like covered in fire.
Okay.
Or you also have this basically kind of like the Tears of the Kingdom little grab thing where you can grab objects and fling them or throw them, or put them in different places, like put them somewhere else. So there's a lot of kinetic gameplay where it's more physical than just like, it's not scripted style of like the powers that you use. They're very unscripted and you can do a lot of creative stuff with them. So I was like, okay, tried it out. Definitely a linear game. It's not open world at all. So I was like, okay, you have all of these like elements from Breath of the Wild, but they put it into a linear game. It's like, how is that gonna work?
Yeah.
The tutorial, I guess what I'm like, I love the gameplay mechanics so far. Not liking the execution so far. Now, I did only play the tutorial and then get to like the hub base that you kind of go to after each mission.
Okay.
But it felt very janky using some of the powers and even the climbing. Because I was like climbing up something, I was trying to jump backwards to go to another ledge, and it like bugged out, and she just was like, she jumped backwards, but then she was like on her back and her legs were in the air, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, okay, like, so I was like, okay, it seems like it wasn't.
It looks janky, bro. It looks janky.
Yeah,
I'm watching gameplay.
It feels a little like they launched a little premature. And I'm like, maybe they can fix it and it'll be a lot more fun down the line. I just was not really feeling it. Even combat wise, I was like, it's a little basic, nothing too crazy. I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna put it down. I might give it one more go just to give it a fair shake, but the first impressions of it, I was just like, yeah, this ain't really doing it for me, Chief. So I wanted to like Eternal Strand. Right now, I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna give it probably one more chance, and we'll see how I feel next week. But yeah, other than the mainstays, Fortnite, Rocket League, all that, that's basically been it.
Okay. Did you stream this week?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god, this guy.
I was playing, and I was like, man, I should probably be streaming this, and I just kept saying, no.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I don't feel like it.
Yeah, no, like I've kind of been the same, but lately I was the same, but like lately it's just like I just been streaming whatever I play. Like it doesn't even matter. Like I just been like, bro, I don't even think about it anymore.
I know you can't see it, but literally on the screen it just showed when I was trying to jump backwards, and she was just like.
I gotta watch it now. I gotta check it out. No, it was funny. I was looking at the gameplay. He was like climbing up the rocks, and like he almost got to the top, but then his character like grabbed onto like a ledge of a rock, like hanging off, and not the actual ledge, and he was like just like standing on. I was like, okay, yeah, this don't got that Nintendo charm to it, you know?
Yeah, and I'm over here like climbing trees, and there's literally a invisible wall that's stopping you from climbing any higher. I'm like, bruh, come on, guys. just don't make the trees that tall. Like if you don't want us to climb that high. But I guess it is their first game, so I'm not gonna like dog them too much. Yellow Brick Games. This being their first game, it is definitely ambitious and has gameplay mechanics that you can't even find in most AAA games. So I'll give them the credit for that. There's a good base here. But yeah, that's Eternal Strands. That's basically all I've been playing. So with that, let's get into special on the radar, because we'll just be going over the big games that we want to play in February, because it is a huge month. A lot going on in February. So let's start with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Now, this is a game that I'm tentatively excited about. I like the first game for like 6 hours, and then I was like, I don't want to do this for another 20 to 30 hours. Mm-hmm. So I was like, everything I've been seeing of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 looks great, and it looks like they're building off of the first one in good ways, but at the same time, I don't like the setting. I don't like the slow pace of the. Okay, so I don't remember if you remember that I played this at PAX.
Oh, you played the second one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So at PAX, I did play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And it was the worst demo possible. Because they put you in a section where they basically dropped you off into the story where you and your partner are injured, and you're basically trying to, like, you're doing just normal tasks, trying to get back on your feet. Like, oh, go take a bath, go feed the chickens, go collect some wood. I'm like, bro, like, I only have an hour or so to play this game, and y'all got me literally 45 minutes doing house chores, and then if I'm like, yeah, go hunt a rabbit. I'm like, okay, let's go hunt some rabbit. I finally get a weapon in my hand, and I finally get to the combat. I play like 3 minutes of combat, and then the demo is over. I'm like, bruh. So I was like, that if this, like, that type of thing in this game, obviously that, like, it was worse because I didn't get a chance to really get into it. I'm pretty sure if this was like mid game where I'm already kind of invested, I wouldn't have cared as much about the little menial tasks, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that demo kind of soured me on the game. But I've been liking everything I've been seeing of this game so far. I'm just not into the whole medieval Roman
like
Catholic, all that. Yeah. Like if I'm doing medieval, at least be a fantasy game. But realistic medieval, I'm like, I'm kind of middle of the lane on it.
Like a certain other fantasy game coming out next month.
Yes.
All I have to say about this is I'm just excited to see how it does critically, because the first game scored 75. I think, right? I think it was 75.
Which I think is really low for that. I think it deserved, like, as far as player sentiment, I feel like
it deserved more.
Yeah, player sentiment was definitely higher than a 75. And I feel like it didn't start off well, but it started to gain a fandom down the line.
Yeah.
Because I remember I didn't end up playing this, like, the first game until way later, like 2-3 years after. And I really didn't hear buzz about it when it first came out either.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the combat for sure. The combat is some of the best first person combat with like shield and sword that I've played. But it's all the extra fluff and it being like this whole story-driven RPG. There's a lot of cutscenes, a lot of talking. I'm like, yeah, I couldn't get through it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's very slow and like the pace is very slow of the game.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna get it at launch for sure, especially with all that's coming out, but it's definitely something that is on my radar and I plan on playing at some point, probably on a sale.
Absolutely. Okay. What do we think it's gonna score?
Oh, we can do that for all the games. I think
let's do it.
This is definitely 84 material.
Okay. I'm gonna go 82.
Okay. All right. So now a medieval fantasy game that speaks to me, that wets my whistle.
Okay.
Avowed.
Yes, sir.
We've talked about this game many times, and
it's been shown off many times.
And unlike a lot of games, this is one of the few that has noticeable graphical and gameplay improvements as with each showing.
100%.
Which is pretty crazy nowadays because we're used to the whole downgrade with each trailer. Like Spider-Man 2, I remember when we saw that gameplay, we were like, bruh, what happened? I remember, bro, Ubisoft, they just used to... It's funny that people still say that Ubisoft is like the ones who downgrade with their trailers, but after the backlash from Watch Dogs and Rainbow Six Siege and The Division, they literally
was huge.
Yeah, they literally stopped doing that. They were like, okay, bro, Destin Legary with this damn character. Every time I pull up this video and I see his created character, that shit is hilarious. But
which is haunting you, bro.
So Ubisoft, they stopped that. As soon as Watch Dogs 2, they were like, no, never again are we gonna get hit with that stigma. So we didn't see Watch Dogs 2 until it was ready to go. And that was exactly what it looked like at launch. So I remember ever since then, they have been pretty good about not showing games at graphical settings that we'll never actually see. But yeah, I'm used to games looking good on that first showing, and then you see it again and it's downgraded.
Yeah,
but
no, it was even like that with Rebirth.
Yep.
That like the original teaser with just Sephiroth and Cloud walking, like even like the foliage when they're walking in it moves and stuff, but like all that stuff is not in the game.
The foliage is static in Rebirth, which is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Remake has a moving foliage.
I don't remember, but I don't even remember.
Foliage I actually forgot to say I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh, you've been playing Remake?
Yeah, to get ready for Rebirth. I wanted to replay Remake.
Yeah. And
I wanted to replay it just to see if I still felt the same way.
Yeah.
If I'm still not liking the story choices.
Yeah.
Before I get to
the story
Rebirth.
choices are wild, bro. I've just come to accept it.
But combat still fire.
Exactly.
And I'm cheating. I'm using mods just because I've already played this and I really don't want to spend a shit ton of time grinding and stuff like that.
I think they added a mode for PC that allows you to like start at like level 40 with like everything.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I think there is a mode that does that where you can just like they just let you blitz through the game.
Bet.
Yeah, yeah, because they want people to play Rebirth.
So yeah, but yeah, as I was saying, Avowed keeps looking better, and even there's been 2 previews for Avowed where a lot of journalists and content creators got to play it, and the people who played the first preview and then played the second one even said it is noticeably better, from the sounds to the gameplay, the combat, I mean, to the graphics. Everything was improved. So that is what I like to see, and it's like they keep taking feedback, because as soon as you hear people complain about a certain thing, and like when we see a trailer, like, man, this doesn't look good, or this, like, something's off about this, and then they literally address it the next time we see it. So yeah, shout out to Obsidian. This is probably the second one. I'm probably the second most anticipated, even though it's the one I've talked about the most. There's one that I feel like it's gonna end up eating the majority of my time. But yeah, how we feeling about Avowed?
Yeah, I'm super hyped, man. This game's been cooking for a long time, so I just hope that it has I hope people are still interested in it, because it's been a long time, you know. But I'm excited for it. It looks awesome. I honestly think if there is a game from them that scores in the 90s, it might be this one, if there is one. But I'm gonna still go 89 on this.
Ah, you stole mine. That's where I was gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 88 just to.
You're just going one lower? I got you. Yes, sir.
But
yeah, no, I'm hyped.
All right. Next up, this is all me. This is my most hyped. Even though I'm because Aura was basically like a stopgap.
Yeah.
For me, for Civilization 7. This is what I've been waiting for. I haven't watched anything. I don't know any of the new features. I don't know what's been added to this game that's been different from Civ 6. I don't know any of the changes. I've literally went into this blind. Like, this is the first gameplay that I'm seeing of Civ 7. Just watching this video, just to show you how much I've just not been keeping up with this game, because I already know that it's over when it comes out for me. And that is, of course, Civilization 7. Is it still Sid Meier's Civilization 7, or did they take out the Sid Meier?
I have no idea. Let me see. No, it's still Sid Meier.
Okay, shout out to Sid Meier. But yeah, man, this game, or I should say this franchise is one that I've sunk a terrible amount of time into.
Thousands?
Yeah, definitely in the thousands. Civ, I started with Civ 3. That was the first Civilization game I played. And that is also the first, no. Okay, it's the first 4X strategy game I played for sure. I played StarCraft before it. And I was like, okay, I kind of like StarCraft. I think I played Age of Mythology as well. So those were like the RTS, like PC games that I've tried. But Civilization 3 like took me by storm, because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And when people tell you that once you try Civilization, the one more turn meme, that shit is real. And it's, bro, like, you will sit there thinking that you played this game for an hour, maybe 2 hours, and then you look at the clock and you're like, what the fuck happened? How did this happen? Like, I know you watch Defining Duke, so I know you heard Maddie's story about how, I think he said like 12 hours just went by his first time playing Civilization, and then he just noped the fuck out of like he had to delete the game, and then, like, he just never played Civilization or a 4X strategy game ever again. Yeah. If you value your time, if you value your free time, you should run from this game. I do not recommend it to anyone who actually has something to do with, like, if they don't have enough time. I definitely would steer clear of this game because it's just that addictive. But I'm a degenerate, so my girlfriend can wait. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, do you have any interest in this at all?
Man, I want to like these games, but when I like sit down and play them, I just always get bored, bruh. Like, when I was sitting down and playing Ara, I was like, this is cool, but like, what am I supposed to do? Like, there's just so much like that you gotta like learn and stuff. Like,
that's getting into them is definitely the biggest obstacle. And once you find the groove, which can take a while depending, because it's not fun reading a bunch of tutorials and just feeling confused and kind of just doing stuff without any goal in mind. But once you get into the groove, once you realize, like, once you figure out, okay, I'm gonna be going for a military route, I'm gonna basically take over all of the surrounding countries and just be a warmonger. Or like, okay, I'm gonna focus on science, and I'm gonna be the first one to launch into space, and then that's how I'm gonna win. I'm gonna create a society in space. That's how I'm gonna win. Or you can be diplomatic and be like, I'm basically gonna unite the world. Like, all the countries, they'll be basically, I'll win by diplomacy, and it'll be peaceful. I won't be fighting anyone, but everyone will be basically under my banner. So there are so many different ways that so many routes that you can take to win. And that's where the replayability comes from as well, because you can take so many routes to win. And sometimes you realize, oh, this country is too far ahead in terms of like military power. Maybe I should switch it up. I'm gonna switch it up now, and I'm gonna go the diplomacy route, or I'm gonna go the religious route and try to spread a religion that basically converts everyone onto my side. Or so there are so many ways to go about it. And then if you play multiplayer, that's a whole different beast. But yeah, I love Civilization. It's one of those games I never thought I would get into, especially the amount of time that I've put into them. But yeah, I think it's definitely worth it to try.
You getting it on the Switch?
Maybe a Switch 2.
For sure. What you think? What's the meta?
What's the meta?
Yeah.
I actually don't know. Like I said, I have not kept up with it at all. Oh, the meta score.
Yeah, the score.
It's like, oh, what's the meta? Like, because like Civ 6, like religion was way easier than the other ones. That was the meta.
Okay.
But I have no idea.
I got you.
Okay, meta score. I'm gonna sit at like an 81.
81?
Yeah.
Okay.
The last Civ games haven't really scored like super high, so I'm going a little lower.
Just to throw one out there, I'll say it'll score 85.
Okay.
It's in the middle.
All right. The next game, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I guess we never said the dates of these games. I forgot when Kingdom Come. February 4th
comes out, I think. Yeah.
February 4th. Avowed is February 18th. If I'm remembering.
Yes, sir.
Civ 7 is
February 11th.
Okay. And Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii is February 21st.
Sir.
Oops, I didn't mean to full screen that. Okay. But yeah, man, we recently used this game as an on the radar. And I said that I wasn't hyped for this game initially, but then after seeing the combat overview trailer, I was like, oh, no, this is actually peak. And now I'm like, damn, that's one more game that I'm going to have to get in February that I was not expecting.
For sure. Yeah, I feel the same way. RGG, man, they're crazy. Are we still doing the oh yeah, we are.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. This game looks sick because it's in tradition with what they do with games, where it's like they have like the base game where it has like the story and all that, but then there's like games within the game, you know. Like with Like a Dragon, it was the Ichiban confection stuff.
Yes.
That was like the big one.
No, that was the main game. The turn-based stuff was the side mini game that they were doing. But Ichiban Confections is definitely the main game, or at least that's how I see it, because I put so much fucking time into Ichiban Confections, bro.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I remember I like blitzed that shit when I did it. Tried to do it in like 2 or 3 hours, just so I could just get the what's it called, the well, what's her name? Because you get a party member from yeah, she dude, broken. Like that the base job with that party member, absolutely broken. But anyways, like I'm just gonna call it Pirate Adventure or Pirate Yakuza maybe, or something like
Yakuza.
that. Pirate Yakuza, yeah, this game looks sick because it looks like it has multiple elements where it's like it has like the ground action combat, then it has like the ship sailing from Assassin's Creed Black Flag, another one, the Kingdom Hearts world, the Caribbean. That was kind of like the Black Flag as well. It looks kind of like that. It looks sick, and then you could also build up your crew. I'm sure that's gonna be a whole different thing. I'm gonna drink some water real quick.
No problem.
My voice getting raspy. But yeah, no, this game looks sick.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of the Yakuza beat 'em up gameplay. At least I've only played Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2, so I don't know if the combat improves throughout the games. But I love this gameplay because it just has that Devil May Cry feel. It literally feels like RGG just went full DMC. Absolutely. And that is my favorite kind of gameplay. So once I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I have to play this.
Yeah, once I saw the air combos, I was like, yep, I'm there. But yeah, what you think? What's the Metacritic score?
84.
84? Okay. I was Yeah, you know, I'm kind of there. I'm gonna go 81. I'm going lower. But I feel like it could be like just something crazy where like everyone loves it. Like a 90 something. Like maybe RGG's gonna finally get their flowers with this one. We'll see.
I wouldn't go that far, but
that'd be crazy though. Just
80,
like a little
84.
side game is the one that gets them a GOTY nominee. That'd be kind of crazy. Anyways.
All right, last and least. No, I'm just kidding. Monster Hunter Wilds. I've already said on this show that I'm kind of Monster Huntered out. So I'm gonna let you take it away.
Oh yeah, I'm hella looking forward to this. I think I want to stream it like day one. Like I want to be there, like streaming it. I feel like that'd be fun, like learning the game on stream. But yeah, I'm excited, man. This is hype for me because I've missed out on Monster Hunter World and I missed out on Monster Hunter Rise. So I want to finally dive in, and I didn't play the other ones like on the 3DS or on the PSP. Like I knew about them and stuff, but I never really like put time into them. But I think this is the one that I want to actually like fully immerse myself in. But yeah, though this game looks sick. That's all I really got to say about it. I'm not gonna play the beta. I want to be there day one with the game. You know, there's already hella stuff to play, so I'm glad that it's coming out at the end of the month, even though there's the beginning of March is super stacked too. But yeah, meta score. I'm gonna go. This is gonna be the 90. I'm gonna say 91. I'm going high with this one.
Yeah, this is definitely. I'm gonna go 90 just to. It's definitely going to be in the high 80, low 90 category.
For sure.
But yeah, that is the games we are looking forward to in February. Honestly, it's the funny thing is I might end up like hyping myself into getting Monster Hunter Wilds on day one. Like I'm talking all this shit and I'm literally guy. Like, yeah, I'm done with Monster Hunter, but I love Monster Hunter, and I can definitely trick myself into buying it. I already know that I would probably do something like that. So you know, you might catch me playing it with you on day one.
Okay.
So we'll see how I feel.
All good.
But yeah, man. Also notable in February, I'm really looking forward to that Captain America, a Brave. What is it? A Brave World? A New World? I don't remember. Whatever it's called. Brave New World, something like that. The new Captain America movie. I know you haven't been keeping up with MCU.
I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, but. Captain America with Anthony Mackie, his first movie as Captain America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm excited about it with Red Hulk. What's his name? Harrison Ford playing Red Hulk. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to as well.
Nice.
All right. Let's get into the warm-up question. So, I actually sent the warm-up question to you earlier because I was kind of, I don't know, I forgot why this came into. Oh, actually, I know exactly why. It was because I was arguing with people on Twitter, as I usually do.
Yeah.
And I was arguing with someone who I was defending PlayStation's decisions to move to like get the live service game. Obviously with the news, we didn't talk about this, did we, on Dual with the God of War live service? No, we did. That was last week, right?
I don't really remember, to be honest.
I know I did on Project Untitled. I just can't remember if we talked about it.
I think that
on
stuff
Dual-Wield.
happened after our show.
Did it? Okay.
Oh, damn, bro, I'm cooked, bro.
No. We did talk about it because the cover of last week was Kratos getting slammed down by the hammer.
Okay.
And then I specifically did that because of the God of War live service game. So yeah, we definitely talked about it.
Yeah, before Hermen's stuff though.
We're gonna talk about that for sure. But I was specifically talking about, like, I was arguing with people who were basically like, yeah, it was really dumb for PlayStation to make a God of War live service game and all this, and I was like, bruh, I'm basically was like, they are not gonna survive without a live service game, and I just hate the stigma around live service games, and that if as soon as people hear live service, they're just like, oh yeah, that's bad automatically. While they love Smash Bros, they love Mario Kart 8, they love Splatoon, they love Helldivers 2, they love all these other live service games that they don't really call live service games, or they're and like people's excuse when I did bring up those titles, they were like, well, those aren't live service games because they're not trying to milk you of your money. And I'm like, live service games do not automatically mean that they're trying to milk you of your money. That is y'all's misconception of what live service means.
Absolutely. And
PlayStation's offerings, Helldivers 2 and Concord, however bad Concord was, there was no battle pass, very light microtransactions, and not really in your face about it either. Same with Helldivers 2, no battle pass, very light microtransactions. So I already was thinking any like PlayStation, they're gonna be on the better side when it comes to microtransactions. They're not gonna go full Call of Duty, they're not gonna go full Fortnite when it comes to things like that. So anyways, I was arguing with these people, defending PlayStation's honor, and like the biggest argument that kept coming out was like, but why put Bluepoint on the game? Like, why are they the ones making the live service game? And I was like, well, I feel like if you are a really good studio, you should be able to make games even if they're somewhat outside of your wheelhouse. And a God of War live action game, or I said live action, live service game, the foundation of the game is still going to be an action game. You just have to make it work in either a multiplayer or in an ongoing, like, content that's always evolving type of fashion. And I was basically saying, well, if they couldn't get that idea off the ground, that would just mean that Bluepoint is very, like, limited in their capabilities, in their skill set.
Almost like they're a support studio, right?
But I was bringing up other studios that basically maybe they weren't forced into it, but they still were not known for the types of games that they made, and they were able to pull off similar things, like Obsidian with Grounded. And I even going outside of live service, I was bringing up like Tango Gameworks with Hi-Fi Rush. So I just feel like a studio, I don't think studios should be one-trick ponies.
I agree.
And we have seen a lot of studios who are one-trick ponies kind of, once that one-trick pony no longer works, they end up being the studio that gets shut down. Now, Tango Gameworks, I every time like I think about Tango Gameworks, they literally did everything right. They went outside of their wheelhouse. They made one of their highest, the most highly critical game that they ever made and that still wasn't enough, and that's why I still get pissed about why they how they were shut down.
Yeah,
but
I concur.
For any other studio, it's one that I always bring up. Volition definitely could have tried to do something different.
Yeah,
they could have just got away from Saints Row in general, or at least bring Saints Row back to its roots, and try to make a more serious open world game. But they chose to stick with the crazy silly route, which in 2022, what year did it come out?
I think it came out in 23, right?
Yeah. The humor that they were trying to go with just was not it. But I think studios need to have a more varied skill set. They need to be able to create a wide range of games. Mm-hmm. And I was just thinking of some of my favorites who just they don't stick with the same 1-2 that they've been jigging from the start. They know how to expand and go in different directions, and they kind of they like embrace going outside of that wheelhouse, or not really having a wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So that's when I was asking you, what is, or I should say, who is the best developer in terms of quality, variety, and output? Okay. So most of their games are quality games. Most of their games, and then they have a lot of variety between each game, but they still have an output that is somewhat like they're not putting out games once every 7 years, once every 8-9 years also. Mm-hmm. Now I did put the caveat that we can't count developer publishers, no Capcom, no Square Enix, no Nintendo. They have to be a developer, like no publishing, just straight developer.
I got you. Yeah.
So I want to hear yours first. Who did you come up with?
Yeah. So I actually got 3.
Okay.
And funny enough, the two out of these 3 are coming out in 1 month. Like they're coming out next month.
I already know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. So the first one I want to talk about is RGG.
Yes.
It's pretty simple at this point. It's like all their games are like they have so many layers to them, and they're always different from the last one too, you know? Like with all the mini games that they put into them, which are actually like fleshed out, like even in Like a Dragon, that it has like the Ichiban Confections, which you think is the main, but it also has like the one where you're like picking up like trash or whatever, or the cones. I forgot what it was, but then it also has the one where the go-karts as well. So it's like mini games under mini games. But not only do they have like that in that series, but they also make different like series too. Like they got the Judgment games. They also make Virtua Fighter, Super Monkey Ball. So RGG is definitely one of those. Their output is crazy too. Like they always have at least 1 game a year, if not more. So that's the first one that I wrote. Should I just say that one?
Yeah, go ahead. I only have one, so go ahead and do yours.
Okay, so the other one that I have is Obsidian, of course. They made Pentiment, they made Grounded, Avowed, and Outer Worlds, and I really like that they are choosing to do their own stuff, like their own IP. I actually really like that. Other teams, like especially like Insomniac, like they're choosing to go away from their own IPs, but Obsidian's like, nah, we want to create our own stuff, and I like that. But
yeah, and everyone wants Obsidian to do other people's IP.
Exactly.
Like, go do Fallout. No, go do Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. Like, and they're just like, bruh, or go make another Neverwinter Nights. And it was just like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah, I like that. And they have really good cadence too. Like, Outer Worlds came out, and then
2019,
and then Pentiment, and then Grounded came out,
and 2022.
They also made that South Park game too.
That was
in the 360 generation.
14.
Yeah, they made that one. I think they had a few games in between.
Yeah, Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2.
Exactly. Yep.
They also had Tormented Souls, or Torment, or something like that. I can't remember what it's called.
Okay. Yeah, like their cadence is amazing, and they're truly like a workhorse, you know, in the industry. Like, and they keep on churning out like cool, unique stuff. But yeah, that's my second one. And my third one, this is more of like a B tier team. Like, they're not like amazing and they don't hit like every time, but I got Team Ninja. With you know, I wrote Rise of the Ronin. They make Neo, Ninja Gaiden. They also make the Dead or Alive games, Wolong, stuff like that.
I would definitely say, as far as output, and
they also make the Dynasty. Do they help with Dynasty Warriors?
No, that's not Team. That's Omega Force.
Oh, okay. Then
yeah, because I was like, they definitely have output.
They've made some mid games like Strangers of Paradise.
Yeah, variety maybe not.
Didn't they also make the Ultimate Alliance on the Switch? They made that one.
Was that Team Ninja, or was that just Koei Tecmo?
I think that was Team Ninja.
Let me see. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
They're credited on Hyrule Warriors. Co-developed with Omega Force.
That was Team Ninja.
Okay, yeah. But their quality
is good. Their quality is also hit or miss.
Sometimes remember that one game? It was a Ninja Gaiden game, but it was like a techno neo-punk Ninja Gaiden game that was like really trash. I forgot what it was called.
Are you talking about Ninja Blade?
No, I think it's called hold up, let me actually try to find it. I'm sure they also developed Metroid Other M, which was bad.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yaiba, Ninja Gaiden Z.
Oh, bro, don't even bring up that trash.
That game is horrible.
I forgot that shit even existed. I was so mad. I was like, look how they massacred my boy.
Yeah, but then they make really good games like Neo and Neo 2, and then they made Ninja Gaiden, and they made Wolong, which is actually really fun, and Rise of the Ronin, which I like. So
Rise of the Ronin is still debatable.
Well, have you played it?
I might pick it up on PC.
We'll see.
Only because of your glowing review. Because if you never said it was good, I would not have any interest in the game.
Okay. Yeah. So this is what I'll say. If you really don't like the open world elements and stuff like that, then you probably won't like the game. But if you do like mesh with those, and then you give the combat a chance, you'll probably like the game, because the combat's like super deep, and like each weapon has like different combos attached to it, and like switching between them is so crucial. I don't know. It's just it's a sick game, but I'm not gonna get it on PC. I platinumed that shit, so. But it was good. It was great, actually. I liked it a lot.
I think the launch price for it is like $30. So.
Okay, nice. It's probably gonna look amazing on PC, fucking compared to PlayStation. That's hella funny.
So yeah,
it definitely looked like a PS4 game for sure when I played it.
All right, those are your three though.
For sure, yeah.
So for me, this is a studio that I've rocked with from day one. Bought their first game Or sorry, I did not buy their first game. Their first game was a tower defense game, and I act like it doesn't exist. But their first big game, bought it day one. Amazing Metroidvania. I bought their second game. Amazing tactical side-scrolling. I don't even know what to call that. It's a tactical RPG, kind of. Like, yeah, it's a tactical RPG, but it's, instead of being like isometric, it's side-scrolling, which was weird, but I ended up loving that game a lot. Then they made a sequel to their Metroidvania, which was even better, like 10 times better. It was one of the best Metroidvanias out there. Then they said, fuck it. Ended up making a deck builder RPG. And it was still fire. Like, literally still on the same quality as all the other games that they've made. Then they said, we're not done. And they went and made a city builder, which was okay. It's not the best city builder I've played, but it's a good game. And then they teamed up with Xbox and made a puzzle platformer type of game. And it was the worst game I ever played in my life. Terrible. But not including that game, and I blame Xbox for it. No, I'm just kidding. But not including that game, everything that they have made, I have been like, okay, this is heat. And it's like every time they switch genres, I'm like, bro, how can y'all just switch genres like this and still keep the quality? Besides the gunk. You remember the gunk?
I remember the gunk.
I remember the gunk. Fuck the gunk. That was my most anticipated game. Because when I saw that the studio in question was making it, I was like, bro, this is automatically peak. They never miss. They fucking miss. But the studio that I'm talking about is Image and Form, the creators of the Steam World franchise. Okay. Steam World Dig 1 and 2, Steam World Heist 1 and 2, Steam World Adventure. I believe that's what it's called, the RPG, the deck builder RPG. Steam World Build, Steam World Tower Defense, which was their first game. Actually, I should probably try it out. I'm pretty sure I like tower defense games. I just never gave that one a chance. But all the Steam World games are amazing. Okay. You know, as soon as they go outside the Steam World franchise and make the gunk, ends up being trash. But everything else they have made, I always like. It's always one of my top games of the year, besides Steam World Build. But I still think Steam World Build was really fun. I feel like I'm missing one of their Steam World games. They have another one that I think they made a VR game. I never got a chance to play it though. But yeah, I think Image and Form is they hit everything. Like their quality bar is really high. Their cadence, like they're usually popping out a game every 1 to 2 years, which for an indie studio, I think that's pretty good. They are like, I just named all the genres that they've done. Their variety is also really good. And it's not like they go to the complete opposite sides with these genres, because you really can't take the Metroidvania elements from like the stuff that they learned in Steam World Dig doesn't really translate to a tactical RPG And then the tactical RPG stuff doesn't really translate to a city builder.
Yeah.
And then the city builder stuff doesn't really translate to a puzzle platformer like the Gunk. I don't even think it was a platformer. I just hate that game. So disappointed.
It has a dumb name.
The Gunk. That's why I feel like they are one of the best developers, because they have the ability to just pull off anything that they put their mind to besides the Gunk. And like whoever's usually that comes down to just having really good leads, a really good director with a really good vision, and a producer who also is really good at like being able to keep everything in scope, and they know what they want to do, and like they're never too ambitious. They're never too, what's the opposite of ambitious? They're never too, I can't think of an antonym for that. What's the other one? What's the other side of that?
Lazy? No.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was like, I don't want to say lazy. It just seems too lazy to say lazy.
That's hella funny.
But yeah, they never like under deliver. They're like, it's never like, oh, they didn't go hard enough either. Like they do a great job like no matter like I would say Steam World build. It's the only one where I feel like compared to other city builders, they could have went harder with that one. But like the deck builder RPG that they made, that one is fire. I would actually say, because I mean, I guess it depends on how much you like the roguelike elements of Slay the Spire. Mm-hmm. With it being a deck builder RPG that is actually just a linear RPG with a story driven and everything, I feel like I had more fun with that game than I had with Slay the Spire.
Okay.
But the SteamWorld franchise in general is just really good, because all of their games take place in different time periods, in different eras of the SteamWorld universe. Mm-hmm. And because of that, you get pieces and like chunks of history that end up like kind of like, you'll play SteamWorld Dig 1, then you'll jump into the future and play SteamWorld Heist, like hundreds of years into the future, and play SteamWorld Heist, and you'll see remnants of stuff that happened in SteamWorld Dig, and you're like, bro, and you're like, how did we get here? Like how did, because it's a completely different world in the SteamWorld Heist, and you're like, bro, how did we get here? So then you go back to SteamWorld Dig 2, and it goes backwards, like directly after SteamWorld Dig 1, and you start to get even more tidbits, and they're like, and they were dropping hints about SteamWorld Dig 2 in SteamWorld Heist.
Oh shit.
And I was like you play SteamWorld Dig 2 and you're like, yo, this is why this happened in SteamWorld Heist hundreds of years ago, and we didn't even know. And then you play SteamWorld Heist 2, which is in the past from SteamWorld Heist, and like kind of is like a few years before SteamWorld Heist, and you're like, yo, this is why all the water is gone. Like this basically explains what happened to the water and why there's such a shortage of water in SteamWorld Heist. And like the way that they have this universe and all of the games tie in, even though they're in all different eras and different different time periods, it's really good. I love the SteamWorld universe, really. It like, for that to be an indie studio, they did a good job of fleshing out that universe. But yeah, Image and Form, that is my favorite studio. Or okay. I guess not my favorite studio, but when I put the things that I'm looking for, I would say that they're the best.
They haven't made anything since 2021, so it's been a minute.
SteamWorld Heist 2 came out last year.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I looked at theirs. The last game they were credited on was the Gunk. Hold up. I must have looked at something else then.
Oh, they changed their name to Thunderful.
Thunderful Development?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, because they opened a publishing arm, but they're still Thunderful as like the development team.
Damn, they have 329 employees.
Yeah, man, they grew.
That's sick, though. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Also, another one can be damn, I'm forgetting their name. Who's the developer that makes Hades and Hades 2?
Supergiant.
Yeah,
see,
Supergiant.
I was thinking Supergiant, but then I was like, well, their games are mostly the same though. Like they enhance them and they do things differently. Like Hades is a roguelike while the other ones are mostly adventure games. But at the end of the day, they're all isometric action games.
Except for the basketball one.
What?
Pyre?
Pyre? I've never played Pyre. I really don't know what Pyre was.
Yeah, it's like this weird like basketball town. It does also have the isometric perspective, so it is very similar, but it's you're more so like trying to score in like a game versus like trying to fight. Okay. It's a cool premise. I never went back to it. I should though. All their games are good. Like they have cool unique ideas, but yeah, they are usually the same though. Like I understand what you're saying. For sure. What was their first one? It's not Bastion, right?
Yeah, it's Bastion.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was Bastion, most of Transistor.
All their games are literally
Pyre.
all isometric.
Was Pyre after that? And then
Hades. And Hades 2.
All right. With that, let's move on to the next warm-up, which is just a recap of the developer direct that came out. Well, it came out the same day as our podcast dropped, but it was the day after we recorded. Mm-hmm. So let's just go over each game and our thoughts. I guess we can save the surprise one for the end. So starting with South of Midnight, how'd you feel about the showing for South of Midnight?
Yeah, I actually did rewatch the direct. I think I watched it when I was at work a few nights ago. I was like watching it on my deliveries and stuff. But yeah, dude, they they showed all these games off like really good.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
I liked how they. All good. I liked how they showed off all South of Midnight because they showed off the combat and they showed off all the different skills that you can use in the combat, and how you can like kind of chain skills together, and then doing that pretty much gives the game combos, like chaining all the skills together. So it looks like they went pretty hard in the combat aspect too, and the traversal looks good. You know, the all the animations in particular look really sick in my opinion. And yeah, this one's I'm excited for this one. To me it looks like a 3D Metroidvania. I don't know if I've already said that, but it looks like you're gonna get powers that allow you to go back into the levels and traverse them more inherently, and that's kind of like how Metroidvania, where it's like you progress through the game, you get powers, you go back, and then you find all the extra shit, and then you progress through the game a little more, you get new powers, and you go back and explore the area more deeply. And so yeah, I'm excited for it. South of Midnight was sick. I'm excited for the April release date because that means that I have a little bit more time. But yeah, no, the South of Midnight looks sick. Welcome back, bro.
Yep.
South of Midnight, April. We're excited.
Yeah. So, I'm guessing you're done.
Yeah, I finished.
Okay. Yeah, so, South of Midnight. I already felt that the documentary that they showed was already enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
So the showing here or at the developer direct was just a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Although they did show a lot more gameplay.
Yeah, more combat.
Yeah,
too.
a lot more combat, and the combat was definitely looking better with all of the showing off like the upgraded, or I guess the combat once you get some upgrades look really cool.
Yeah, with how they combo together and stuff.
Yeah. Platforming also looking good. I love seeing wall running come back.
Yeah, for sure.
we used to have wall running in every game ever since Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, and then you just stop seeing wall running as a traversal method.
Yeah, because games started to chase realism instead of fun.
But it's great to see wall running come back, especially after playing Secret Game. I mean, I guess we already spoiled this, Ninja Gaiden. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
But like after playing Ninja Gaiden and being like, oh man, this used to be the shit back then.
For sure.
I want to say Prince of Persia was the one that started that Sands of Time, because I know Ninja Gaiden came out right after, like a year after Prince of Persia. I'm trying to think if there were any other games that had wall running before it. But I think Prince of Persia is the originator.
Okay.
So yeah, I love the platforming of it. I'm liking the combat the more I see it, and the art style, the story, the setting, all of that always intrigued me from the jump. So yeah, this is looking like it's gonna be something special for sure. All right, I guess I should have some gameplay going for it. The next game, Claire Obscure 33 Immortals. Were you interested in that game already before the direct?
It definitely piqued my interest, like knowing that all the voice actors that are in it are like definitely hyping the game up for sure. What's it called? The active turn-based elements are fun. I like that in games. So yeah, I was excited, but I'm not like super excited for it. But I'm intrigued.
Okay. This is actually one of the games I am most excited about this year. No, not about. The
overworld is cool for sure.
Yeah, I love JRPGs. I love turn-based games, but reactive or the active turn-based gameplay, that is my favorite. That's my favorite style of turn-based ever since Paper Mario and Super Mario RPG, Legend of Dragoon, all of those games from the 90s, early 2000s. That style of gameplay is my favorite way to do turn-based. Like, I love Persona, I love Metaphor, but if they had active turn-based as well, it would make the game like twice as good.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the fact that they're trying to evolve that style, but also they have this, like, the art style is so beautiful. I love the character designs where it's not fully realistic. It has some JRPG charms to it, but it doesn't feel 100% like a JRPG. It has some realism to it, but it doesn't feel overly realistic. It's it's really a perfect blend for me when it comes, like, I love this style where graphically it's like beautiful, and the environments are really are amazing. They are very unique. They have this otherworldly feel to them. It feels like this, it doesn't feel like it's just an archetype of every other fantasy world where it's like, oh, here's the ice area that looks like every other ice area in every fantasy game, and here's the floating city area. Like, everything looks very distinct and unique to their world, which I love. The new characters that they introduced, the monster that I thought was fucking a dead body behind a rock, but he was actually chopping off his foot. Like, I love that they have these quirky creatures that fight alongside you, or they're like your traversal method, the balloon thing. So there's a little humor and charm to it, because the premise of it sounds just like dark, depressing. But like they showed off some of the more charming elements of it, and I'm like, okay, that's good that they have those, like the comedic relief, the more whimsical moments, the fun moments in the story as well. So I'm really hyped for this game. And then Doom: The Dark Ages. Now, I feel like this is the one I was least hyped about going in, but they were also able to make me a believer, because I just felt like, oh, it's just going to be more Doom. And it is just more Doom, but they definitely showed why it's not gonna just feel like you're playing Doom 2016 or Doom Eternal again, with their ideology that this isn't gonna be the run and gun of 2016 or the jump, and I forgot what they were saying, jump in something, but this is gonna be more of a stand and fight. There's parrying, you're on the ground for the most part. You're going to be relying on strafing and your shield, and I loved everything that they showed in this game. Yeah, sure. How you feeling about Doom?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm getting myself ready because I'm playing Doom 2016. We'll see if I play Eternal, but yeah, I'm gonna play those two leading up to it. I'm there. It looks sick. And it's also on my fantasy critics, so we gonna hope for that GOAT score, bruh.
Yeah, I'm actually not excited about this. I'm hoping it's like 72, maybe a 70. Worst Doom in the franchise.
Damn.
Nah, but yeah, it's looking sick. And then they were showing off the mech. They were showing off the dragon. I'm like, yeah, the shield saw. In general, that shit just looks cool as fuck. So also the accessibility options with how you can tune the game speed, tune the damage input and output, I love all of that. I feel like I'm gonna put the game speed at 200% just to see what that's like. I think more games should do things, especially with game speed. I feel like that should be something that is that's in the options and you can change at any time. Now there is a big gripe that I have for this game, and that is the removal of multiplayer. I feel like too many devs get away with removing multiplayer, and then people are just like, yeah, I didn't play the multiplayer anyway, so that's a good thing. I never, the Doom multiplayer sucked, but
that shouldn't stop them from trying.
It could have been good. It had potential to be good, because look at the gameplay. why not try to make an amazing multiplayer game out of this gameplay? And that's how I feel about fucking Last of Us Part 2. That game deserves multiplayer because the gameplay is just so good.
Absolutely.
But, and I just, like, I'm not going to say this game isn't going to be worth $70, but I don't think you should be able to charge full price when your previous games had multiplayer and this one doesn't. It's not that much longer. It's not going to be that much longer of a campaign than Eternal. I think 2016 is definitely the shorter one, but Eternal was a 20 plus hour game. This one's going to be a 20 plus hour game. So I feel like in a same franchise, I'm not saying that single player games don't deserve to be full price, but if in your franchise, 2 of them have their own multiplayer modes, and then your latest one doesn't. And technically it costs more because this is a $70 game instead of a $60 game. I feel like that shouldn't be commended. But that's just how I see it.
Yeah, I'm not happy with it, but did you hear the latest Defining Duke?
No.
I think it was on Defining Duke when they talked about this, but Cog mentioned maybe this could be them indicating that Quake is gonna be a multiplayer thing if they are making it, and they're focused more on that.
Okay, so like a free to play Quake, or I guess not. We don't know if it's free to play or not, but
yeah, something.
If there's a Quake multiplayer game coming, that would make sense.
Like that. Yeah.
Okay. Basically, what Destiny should have did with since they didn't want to focus on the Crucible in Destiny 2. Well, yeah. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Then if we'll see if this Quake comes out, because Quake has been rumored for a while.
Yeah.
And QuakeCon is coming up, so.
And I think it has multiple teams.
I mean, they definitely have teams that help with other games. Like, while they were working on Doom Eternal, they definitely were working on Wolfenstein Youngblood, which we don't talk about.
And they help Starfield.
Yeah. So it is usually everywhere at Bethesda. They're always helping somebody out. So I could see them kind of just doing their own game, doing their own multiplayer game. All right. Anything else you wanted to add about Doom?
No, I'm excited for it. Day 1 on Game Pass.
All right. So the surprise, which we both got wrong, or I remember saying I was hoping that my first thought was Ninja Gaiden, but then I was like, well, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is coming out, so I don't think they're gonna have 2 Ninja Gaiden games coming out this year. But boy, was I wrong, because not only do we have 2 Ninja Gaiden games, we have 3 Ninja Gaiden games out this year. So Ninja Gaiden 4, surprise Xbox Game Studios publishing game. So this is an Xbox first party game, Ninja Gaiden 4. And if that wasn't hype enough, the fact that this is a platinum developed game just elevated everything. This is the dream come true game for me. A game I never thought we would ever see. A game that I have always been like, yeah, dream. This is literally the dream. We get a new Ninja Gaiden, and Platinum is the one developing it. Now, but that would never happen. But I would love for it to exist, and it happened. It happened. It exists. It's coming. And good on Xbox for keeping this a secret for so long.
Yeah, also, no, I like that.
But shout out to Special Nick. 2022, he did say Platinum was developing Ninja Gaiden with Xbox. So, and of course, a lot of people did not believe him. And it wasn't even like a big tweet. He just kind of tweeted it out there. It only had like 100 or something likes. So it really didn't blow up or anything. He just kind of tweeted it out there, and then people were just like, "Oh, okay, we believe you, Nick."
Oh man.
So shout out to him, because when I saw that tweet, I was like, "Bruh, why do we sleep on Special Nick?" Like people still get on him about the not God of War, Gears of War trilogy. That still seems to be is coming, but like you're like, man, he's the one who lied about the Gears of War trilogy. We don't trust anything he says.
That's Rand that does that shit.
Yeah. Shout out to Rand.
But they know now it's coming, because they don't make fun of him for that anymore.
Yeah, he just be too early. That's his problem. Most of his leaks are like years in the making. So he just needs to stop coming out so early with his leaks. But yeah, so like the fact that Xbox was able to keep this under wraps for so long, and they were very smart to keep it under wraps, because they definitely, I know Xbox was thinking, yeah, we're not gonna announce an Xbox Platinum partnership too soon this time. The game has to be like 80% complete and on the way out the door before we even think about announcing another partnership with Platinum. We do not want another scale-bound situation to happen if something goes south with this.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially Ninja Gaiden too.
So the game is coming out in fall under what is fall ends in November?
I think so, yeah.
So 10 months from now, we will have Ninja Gaiden 4 in our hands. And it looks fucking amazing. And it looks like Ninja Gaiden, but it also looks like a Platinum game. Absolutely. Which, I love the fact that it has literally the best of both worlds, because the style of Ninja Gaiden is still there, which I guess Platinum is really good at, because they were able to do that with Metal Gear. Metal Gear Rising looks like a Metal Gear game, but it has the feel of a Platinum game. Mm-hmm. So it's not their first rodeo when it comes to taking a beloved IP and putting their spin on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love how this is very much the future, because this is very cyberpunk and like Neo Tokyo style, a lot of neon everywhere. Definitely doesn't feel like, after playing Ninja Gaiden Black 2 or 2 Black, it doesn't feel like the same city for sure. Seems like a lot of time has advanced since the last game. Although I did not finish Ninja Gaiden 3, so I don't really know what happens at the end of that one. But yeah, I love the aesthetic of this game. I love the new character, looks pretty cool. And then when Ryu Hayabusa shows up, I'm like, my boy is back, and he looks better than ever. The what do they call it? The finishing moves with the red background and the black shadows, like, that shit looks sick. And then they still have the like combo finishing moves from Ninja Gaiden. Like, everything looks so good, bro. Then they were showing like, yeah, you're gonna be getting attacked by a bunch of enemies, but there will be those one-on-one fights that also just look like really good. It kind of had a Souls-like feel, the way that they were like circling the boss in one of the clips. I was like, oh, it got a little Souls feel to it too. I was like, okay. So yeah, it like everything, they hit it all. This is my dream game. It's here. One of those moments that you really don't get as a gamer, where you're just like, these are all the perfect pieces. If all of these pieces aligned, like, that would be amazing. All the pieces have aligned. Oh, but then the magic piece that I'd never even thought of, that I never knew that I would like, when I was thinking of this game, it never occurred to me that this could even be possible. But the fact that it is also day one in Game Pass, my dream game is day one in Game Pass. That is crazy. Like, how blessed can I be? How blessed can I be? I'm getting my dream game. I don't gotta spend a dime, technically. Not technically, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I would have never guessed that this would happen, and here I am. So thank you, Xbox. Thank you, Platinum. Thank you, Team Ninja. This was for me and only me. Everyone else was bonus. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, man, Ninja Gaiden 4, man, how did it feel?
Yeah, no, it looks sick, dude. I like the double protagonist thing that they got going on here. They both look like they fight a little differently too, but also share some move sets that are similar. That looks sick. They added some sliding elements. They added some grinding on rail stuff. But it looks like, yeah, it looks like they had the platinum charm to it, and it looks like Ninja Gaiden 2 with the wall running and all that. So yeah, and with the flipping off of the walls, literally looks exactly the same. But yeah, no, it looks sick, dude. I'm excited.
And then of course they showed the Ryu drop, the shadow, or what is it called?
Yeah,
I forgot what the death drop or whatever it's called.
The move that's like Zangief's move, right?
Yeah, like they showed that shit like 3 times in a row in the trailer. They were like, yeah, man, it's back, guys. The iconic drop.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I can't wait for this game, bro. This is definitely my most anticipated non-Nintendo game of the year now. And something else good happened. You know what that is?
Shadow drop?
Oh, no.
What else?
Hold on. I gotta get it on screen. 1 second. There we go. What's this on screen? It's none other than Project Untitled / Dual-Wield Game Critic Battle.
Oh my.
Oh, who is this? Count Your Days. And what is this game under? Ninja Gaiden 4?
Count Your Days.
Did Count Your Days, published by Don Otaku, did he win the bid for Ninja Gaiden 4? That's crazy.
That's gonna be Team Ninja's flop, bro.
Oh wait.
That's gonna be Platinum's flop, bro. They always follow up a banger with a stinker.
Oh man, I shouldn't have did that.
They made Cereza. Remember that game?
Hey, Cereza went hard.
Yeah, see, this game is gonna be their stinker. They always follow up their bangers with stinkers.
Well,
it's gonna be a 68 on Metacritic.
Y'all can't really see the full picture. Okay, wait, maybe no, it's still. How about now? Nope, it's even worse. Well, you can't see it, but oh wait, no, I just gotta pull up this one instead. There we go. As you can see, Ninja Gaiden 4, I won the bid. I outbid Subeg for Ninja Gaiden 4. He was dropping little stacks. I was dropping big stacks. But I did end up getting a 78 on one of my games. So I don't like that. Oh, did you see your Rift of the Necro Dancer got an 82?
Wait, the reviews came out?
Yeah.
What? Hold up, I gotta check it. I'm over here eating. My bad, bro. Let's see.
So yeah. Ninja Gaiden 4 and I was the one who got it, but that was not the only announcement that Team Ninja had, because they shadow dropped a game right after the show, and that was Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, the quote-unquote definitive edition of
sure.
Ninja Gaiden 2. And this is a remake in Unreal Engine 5 of Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma. And initially, when I saw this, I was like, bro, this is amazing. I'm super hyped for this. Then when I found out that it was based on Sigma, I was so pissed. I was like, y'all had the chance of a lifetime to actually make a real definitive edition of Ninja Gaiden 2. Take the original 360 version and literally just remake that. But no, they chose the Sigma version to base this off of. So my hype did diminish after that. But I still played a little bit of it, and boy, do I not miss Xbox 360, Xbox PS2 camera jank. That camera is horrifying. The worst boss in the game, hardest enemy to fight. Was it like this when you were playing Sigma 2?
Yeah, the camera's pretty fucking bad in Sigma as well.
Okay. Yeah. I don't understand why you even do a remake and not try to fix the biggest issue in your game.
Because you know that Ninja Gaiden 4 is going to have one. It's going to have a lock on. It's going to have a good camera controls.
Yeah. It's a little bit more, like, you're not as close to the character.
Exactly.
So you have more space to move around. But yeah, like, camera issues have not been a thing basically since the 360, like the end of the 360 era. So when you go back to a game that did have camera issues, it's just like, bruh, I was not putting up with this. I was just like, this is fine. This is amazing. But all in all, how'd you feel about the show as a whole?
Yeah, the show was amazing.
My bad for going to you while you was.
No, that's my bad. I needed to eat the sandwich. Yeah, no, the show was fucking amazing. The only thing, like I said, the only thing that was missing for me is no Final Fantasy, but outside of that, it was really good. And I liked the way that they showed each of their games too. Like like I said, I wasn't like hella hyped about Clair Obscur, but after watching that, I am gonna play it now. You know, like, I do want to check it out. And all the other games, I was already there too. Like, but yeah, the show was amazing. This is probably like one of the best dev directs like they could do, honestly. And like keeping the secret, like, too, like, you don't really do that normally, you know?
Yeah, having that big of a secret, having that big of a first party game be that, like, a secret like that.
Exactly.
That was really, I don't think we'll have a dev direct where we have an announcement as big as that again.
Yeah, we might not. It'd be hard to top for sure.
Unless Wu-Tang Clan.
Ooh.
even though that's not a secret. Thanks, Jez. It's really Jez's fault. Because I always... No. Actually, I don't even think Jez was the one who leaked that game. Was it Jeff Grubb? One of them leaked it. One of them did. It was either Jeff Grubb. Sorry, I just got a weird text. It was either Jeff Grubb or Jez, but I think it might have been Jeff for that game. But yeah, for me, the show was a 10 out of 10, perfect score. It was like every game I was already excited about showed well and made me even more excited. Mm-hmm. And Doom being the one game where I just wasn't really like super hyped for it, it made me super hyped for it now. Then the surprise being literally my dream game, like that was gonna make it a 10 out of 10 regardless. But like the fact that that game showed really well and they had a shadow drop of a remake of a beloved game as well, like I don't think you can get better than that. Like that is a perfect score for what the dev direct is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So yeah, that was our Xbox Dev Direct recap. You want to continue doing meta scores and try to predict the 4 games?
Yeah. We can. You want to?
So for South of Midnight, I'm gonna do it, bruh. 87.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I was thinking low. You know, I'm gonna go 78. I'm gonna say 78 for that
78? One. 78. This is Oscar bait. You don't understand how the Oscar bait works.
Hey, I want to be wrong. That game looks good.
All right. Avowed. Oh wait, why say Avowed? That's not even. What's the next game? Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Okay, I think this one's gonna be. I'm gonna say an 80. I'm gonna say an 81 for this one.
I'm gonna go 85.
Okay.
Doom: The Dark Ages. I'm gonna say 91.
Yeah, I was about to say, if there's a 90, if there's two 90s, it's either gonna be Avowed or this one. But I'm gonna say it's gonna be this one. I'm gonna go straight. I'm gonna go 92 actually. I'll go one over.
Okay.
It's gonna be tough, but.
All right. Last but not least, Ninja Gaiden 4.
87.
90.
Ooh.
You know, bro, it'd be crazy if Avowed, Doom, and Ninja Gaiden 4 are all 90 pluses.
That would be insane.
Xbox published 3 90 pluses. Who do they think they are? Nintendo?
That would be insane.
I keep forgetting these are Xbox games. I need to take off 2 points with what I would believe it would be.
Yeah, it's not 2 points. It's like 4 or 5. But yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just throwing out scores.
All right, with that, let's end this segment and move on. First piece of news for the day. MLB The Show 25 was just announced, and it will not be coming to Game Pass day one for the first time in 4 years. The partnership is finally over. I actually didn't think it would have lasted. I thought it was only going to be the first one, honestly. When the second one came, I was like, that's crazy. Then the third one came, and I was like, bro, I really didn't think that they were gonna go that far. But yeah, how are you feeling about this change? No more day one Game Pass of PlayStation's baseball series.
Yeah, the funniest thing to me is that people are using this game again for the fucking wars, bro. Like, because it's PlayStation fans don't even like they don't even play MLB The Show. It's MLB fans, it's baseball fans that play that game, you know. So it's like, it's just funny that they use that game as like a tool, but a tool, or as like a weapon or something. Yeah. But it's I mean, I'm not gonna buy it because it's not worth it's not worth $70, and these games get discounted like literally 50, 60, 70% after like 2 or 3 months. So you just wait, you'll get a cheaper game.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest baseball fan, but I used to put them on every year.
Yeah, I played them
just to play the career mode, the Road to Glory. Is that what it's called?
Road to the Show.
Yeah, Road to the Show. What was Road to Glory? What do I feel like?
I think that's probably something with Madden or FIFA or something.
Yeah, sounds about right. So I used to put them on just to do the Road to the Show, and that used to be fun. But obviously I'm not the guy that spends $60, $70 on any sports games nowadays. But I don't think this is the end of MLB The Show in Game Pass. Just the end of MLB The Show in day one.
Yeah.
I think we will still see MLB The Show come to Game Pass. Most likely, usually like right after the World Series, when the season is over. That's usually when you start to see the sports games come. And I think this will be the same for MLB The Show. So about 6-7 months down the line. So I don't think, I mean, if you're a baseball fan, you're probably going to end up buying it day one. And I think that's what Sony wants, because they have now established this game for Xbox fans. They've established the franchise, and everyone on Xbox should be acquainted with the franchise now. And if you really love the franchise, now you'll buy it day one if you're like a really big fan. And if not, you can still wait 6-7 months for the Game Pass release. That's how I think it's gonna happen, at least.
Okay.
Or I should say, that's what MLB wants, because they're the publisher on Xbox.
Gotcha.
But yeah, was there anything else you wanted to add, or?
Nah, we're good.
All right. Next up, Rise of the Ronin is coming to PC. So, this was announced yesterday? No, 2 days ago. 2 days ago. And the release date is March 10th. The pre-order is $49.99 with a discounted price on Steam. It will have 8K support, DirectX 12, Ultra/Super Ultra Wide, 120 frames per second, ray tracing, 3D audio, and support for AMD Fidelity FX, Super Resolution, NVIDIA DLSS, and Intel XeSS support. It's looking like it's going to be the definitive way to play Rise of the Ronin. And I did see a lot of people, or I shouldn't say a lot of people, I did see some people pointing out the fact that this is going to be $49.99 on Steam, but the PlayStation version is still $69.99. Like $49.99 is the base price, and they're getting a discount on day one. But the PlayStation price is still $69.99, no discounts. no, they're not dropping the price of it either to $49.99, and that kind of upsets some PlayStation players who feel like they are getting the short end of the stick. So yeah, how are we feeling about this being the next first-party PlayStation game to go to PC?
Well, technically, the next one is Spider-Man 2, right?
It's coming out that's tomorrow.
Which they don't even seem to care about, really. But
well, Nix's just put out their video.
Oh, okay, cool. That's good.
Like showing off all the features.
Nice, and it still doesn't even have a price for it on Steam. That's weird. But yeah, I'm excited to see how it runs. Like, I'm not gonna buy it, but I'll definitely like look up videos and stuff like that and see like how it looks, how it runs on people's various machines. But yeah, for all the PC players, if they're interested in like a Team Ninja open world game, it kind of does have like the combo system of like Ninja Gaiden. It's there. It's not like there as like fluid as Ninja Gaiden is, but it's pretty close where like you can combo enemies up in the air and stuff like that. It's a sick ass game. So I liked it, and I thought the combat really elevated the game for me. But yeah, I'm excited to see it. Hopefully people check it out.
I'll probably check it out eventually. All right, with that, we can move on. A lot of quick news. All right, Moon Studios, or at least the director of Moon Studios, was approached by Microsoft about working on Ori 3. And Thomas Mahler, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He said, we had a call with Microsoft a few days ago. Let's see what happens. The prospects of Ori 3 on the table. Never, or I shouldn't say I never thought this day would come, but definitely did not see it happening with Moon Studios, I should say. I thought there was a sour relationship between the two, Moon Studios and Xbox.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But this is definitely the best case scenario, because I never thought we would get a Ori that's on the same level if another team outside of Moon Studios was doing it. So
absolutely.
Why is my cursor? Okay, there it is. My cursor likes to disappear sometimes. I don't know why. But yeah, I never wanted anyone else to touch Ori 3. I mean, an Ori game besides Moon Studios. If Moon Studios wasn't doing it, I was really just content with never having another Ori game. But if the talks are happening, this was from Thomas Mahler himself in his Discord for No Rest for the Wicked. And that doesn't mean it's Ori, because he was kind of vague about it.
Yeah.
But what else could it be? Oh, actually, okay, so I actually have the clips from the Discord. So Thomas says, I promised people on X that I reveal the title I had for Ori 3 once we sell 10 million copies of Wicked. And someone asked, I'd rather another Ori not be made if it's not under Moon. Hey, that's me. I mean, I didn't say that, but that's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
I don't think we need a third game that badly to risk it going wrong. And Thomas says, I think the biggest issue is probably story. You could already take all the mechanics we made for Wisps and just expand upon that. And you need some incredibly good level designers, but story-wise, not sure. I can think of any studio off the top of my head that would fit perfectly to continue Ori's story. Someone asked, Moon Studios and Team Cherry collab, explosion. And Thomas says that would be rad indeed. Someone else says Ori 3 is currently being worked on by some studio. Thomas says might be, but in that case they would have never reached out to us / me, which I think would be very strange. And then another one replies, I know Wicked is like designed to be the perfect game, but I am kind of sad it means we don't get a 3D platformer from you guys for at least 10 years. And then Thomas says, don't know about that. Wicked is highest priority for me, but we just had a call with MS a few days ago. Let's see what'll happen. We'll be able to do a lot of things, but again, I'll be on Wicked and perfected. So yeah, it seems.
And they're really sticking by that game.
Yeah. So it does seem that there is at least some talks at Microsoft, or some talks with Microsoft, and it does seem as it is about Ori, because this was literally like the whole conversation was about Ori 3 and the chances of it happening.
Yeah.
So Ori 3, my hopes of Ori 3 happening just went from 0 to 10%, and I'm okay with that.
Absolutely.
Are you a big fan of Ori?
I played the first one. I still gotta play the second one, but yeah, I love me some Metroidvanias. I'm kind of like I can only play like 1 or 2 Metroidvanias a year, or else I get burnt out on them. So I try to kind of space them out when I do play them. Like the last one I played was The Lost Crown, and then I played a little bit of Nine Souls after that, and then I was like, let me wait. But yeah, dude, no, the Ori games look really sleek. Like the way that the platforming is like also done via the enemies' attacks and stuff like that. Like you can jump off the attacks and stuff. Like I like it. So yeah, I'm down for Ori 3. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I gotta play the second one though for sure.
You have to play the second one.
Yeah, I heard it's amazing.
Ori and the Blind Forest is a 10. Ori and the Will of the Wisps is an 11.
Okay.
And though, like, that is my favorite Metroidvania of all time. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Like, nothing has beat that for me.
It's the best one?
The best. Better than Super Metroid, and Metroid Dread better than Symphony of the Night, better than Hollow Knight.
Guacamelee?
Better than Guacamelee, even though Guacamelee is co-op, so I kind of have.
I love Guacamelee.
Yeah, Guacamelee playing it in co-op is just so fun. But yes, better than Guacamelee. It's really like the perfect game for me. There's a story, but it doesn't take over from the game. They keep everything super light with the story, but it's still just as deep and emotional without them like really just putting so much focus on it. Mm-hmm. The gameplay, the combat, and like a lot of people complain about the combat in Ori and the Blind Forest. Ori and the Will of the Wisps fixes any complaints that you have with the combat in Ori and the Blind Forest. Like the combat is amazing. Platforming, the best platforming of any Metroidvania. I love that whole thing where you can use enemies and lanterns and other things in the environment to push yourself off of. I love that mechanic so much. That is the thing that makes Ori what it is. So yeah, I'm excited about Ori. I never thought that I would be excited about a new Ori, and now I can get excited about one. I'm happy about that. So I'm hoping that these talks actually lead to a trequel. And I also see the Ori games coming everywhere once. I'm pretty sure they'll finalize Ori 3 with Moon Studios, and then we'll see the first two games come over to PlayStation. They're already on Switch, but we'll definitely see them on PlayStation before the announcement of Ori 3. So yeah, that is happening. Another, I mean, I wouldn't call it a dream game, but definitely something I'm really looking forward to if it does come to fruition.
Absolutely.
All right, we blazing through these quick topics. Now my list, what happened? Oh, there it is. All right, some bigger quick news. Some from here on, this is my Lisan Al Gaib moment, bruh, because I got a lot of shit to talk, bruh. I got some shit to talk. Baldur's Gate 3, bruh. Baldur's Gate 3. They just announced patch 8, which is gonna be the final big update for Baldur's Gate. And they had some interest. We already knew about a lot of stuff that was coming to patch 8, but they had some interesting additions to this update. So here's the tweet that Baldur's Gate 3's Twitter put out. The patch 8 stress test is now live. Look out for an email invite. Read the patch 8 highlights. Find out how to host a cross-play lobby. Take a look at known issues. Plus, Splitscreen is coming to Xbox Series S. But how? They said that it was impossible to get split screen running on the little Xbox Series S, that it wasn't powerful enough to run this game on split screen. So how are they able to get this going? Subeg. They told me it was impossible.
It's magic.
What?
It's little elves are over there helping them out, conjuring up some magic.
So what does this mean? Does this really mean that any game can be made to run on the Series S as long as you have the time and resources? Because that doesn't make sense. That's not what the PlayStation fans told me. They said that the Series S was a last gen console that would never be able to replicate these next gen features of split screen in such a demanding game.
Nah, it is. It has a RDNA 2 GPU in it. It has a Zen 2 CPU in it. At the time it was a pretty strong console. It still is. It's a very capable machine. Like you said, as long as devs have time for it, they can optimize their games for it.
Oh yeah, moral of the story is that the only thing keeping devs, like the only issue that devs have, it's not that they can't get games on the Series S or they can't get features running on the Series S. The only issue is that they don't have the time or the resources to do it in a timely manner. But what if there was some incentive to get those games running on the Series S perfectly Like get all the features running, get the game running at a faster, in a more timely manner. Because it's not like Xbox has sold enough consoles for that to make it viable to like waste extra time perfecting the Series S version, right? They're the second, really third place console. So there really hasn't been a reason for these devs to go out of their way to do this. But what if I told you? Or not what if I told you, but why now? Why now are we seeing this game get split screen for the Series S? It's been 2 years. Wait. Yeah, it's about to be 2 years. It's 2025 now. It came out 2023. But almost a whole year, really a whole year after it came to Xbox, because it came to Xbox in December 2023.
Mm-hmm.
A whole year later, why now are they adding the split screen to the Series S? Do you have the answer, Subegos?
Nah, bruh.
What if I told you that they were testing split screen? They were trying to get split screen working on another device that may be a little weaker than the Series S. And that console there, that piece of hardware has more incentive to making sure that split screen is working and in good order, even though it's a weaker piece of hardware. So, they definitely took all of the time and optimization to make sure it gets working on that piece of hardware. And that just secondhand ended up helping out the Series S to get split screen running on that.
Okay.
You know what that little piece of hardware might be?
The big Miyamoto.
Switch 2, baby. The Switch 2. Baldur's Gate 3 running split screen on the Switch 2 is happening. They were like, man, it's the Switch. It's all about co-op. We need to have split screen running on this. All priority goes to getting split screen running on the Switch 2. And then they're like, all right, after months of hard work, we finally did it. Oh, you know what? Just go ahead and port it to the Series S. We did all the optimization. It should work fine on the Series S now. Might as well just throw them a bone. So yeah, I don't think they cared enough to actually get it working on the Series S. I think there's a pretty decent fan base of Baldur's Gate 3 players on Xbox, but I don't think enough for them to go out of their way to get this working on the Series S.
Mm-hmm.
Is just too convenient. Like the timing is way too convenient with the Switch 2 about to release. We all know that third parties are working on ports and optimizing their games, getting to know the Switch 2 hardware, what they need to do, any optimization techniques that they're gonna need to get that game running.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I've said this before, any game that's gonna be able to run on the Switch 2, that is going to help the Series S, because they're gonna have to do far more optimization for the Switch 2, and any optimization that they do is gonna end up benefiting the Series S at the end. So this symbiotic relationship that Nintendo and Xbox have is actually gonna be pretty good, because it's actually a two-handed, or like it goes both ways, because these developers who already went out of their way to make Series S versions, like now they've done some of the optimization that would be needed for the Switch 2 already.
Yeah.
And they probably just need to do a little bit more optimization versus if there was only a Series X and only a PS5. They would not have a version even close to what the Switch 2 would need.
Exactly. No, it's a smart move for them. It was smart in looking back, because everything's gonna be more expensive. So it's nice to have something that's entry level, but it's also like, I feel like people that buy that machine, they don't care about they don't care about 4K and all that bullshit, you know? So it's smart for them.
So yeah, at least they finally fulfilled the promise of parity between Series S and Series X, because they are one of the only developers that got an exception made for them, where a feature that was on the Series X was not present on the Series S. Yeah. But now that is, they have completed the parity clause, so that's good to see, at least.
Absolutely.
All right. Put some respect on the Series S. That's all I gotta say.
Absolutely.
All right, last piece of small news before we get into the big stuff. Insider Gaming says that next God of War is reportedly centered around Egyptian mythology. This is from Mike Straw. Goes on to say the next God of War game could be making its way to Egypt, according to a report from Daniel RPK. Sony is currently casting for Middle Eastern actors for a new game. The report goes on to say Sony is casting Middle Eastern actors for an unknown AAA game, which is likely to be the next God of War that explores Egyptian mythology. It's important to note that this information hasn't been confirmed or independently verified by Insider Gaming. Until that happens, please take this news with a grain of salt. Moving to Egyptian mythology wouldn't be surprising should it happen. The God of War saga began in Greek mythology before shifting to Norse for the modern games. Moving to a new pantheon would make sense for the next era of the franchise. As far as the Egyptian specifically, it's been mentioned in the past from the Game Post that Sony Santa Monica originally considered centering the game around Egyptian mythology for the 2018 revival before settling on Norse. Quote, I think the first pitch I gave was that we wouldn't even know what was happening, creative director Cory Barlog said. So it was Kratos walking through the desert because we were, in my mind, still doing Egypt initially. Wind, sand, blowing all over the place as he's kind of crawling through, and then kind of strands up over a dune and checks out this really fantastic ancient city. All right, so the next era of God of War in Egypt, Egyptian mythology. How you feeling about that?
It's looking like another reboot. Maybe, we'll see. Yeah, they're gonna continue doing God of War. So I mean, I just hope that they give Kratos or whoever is the protagonist a jump button this time. You know. That's all I'm hoping for. Give me a jump button.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just expected that they would go to Egypt.
Yeah.
Because like, there's Greek mythology, there's Norse mythology. Where like, what else has a really deep mythology that a lot of people recognize?
Yeah, exactly. And they've already pretty much completed the Norse mythology because they did Ragnarok. So, yep. So it's like they did that in 2 games. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna say the next trilogy of God of War, but I was like, wait, this wasn't even a trilogy. We don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to see the game. If it's anything like this revival of God of War, I'm not gonna be that excited about it. I need to see a change in what God of War is. If they try to go back to the older games, I'll be very excited about that. But knowing Sony and PlayStation, that's probably out of the cards. But I love the idea of going to Egypt and exploring the Egyptian mythology. That alone might have me just interested to play the game. Like I'm like Norse mythology, I like Greek mythology more than Norse for sure. Like even going to Assassin's Creed Odyssey over Valhalla all day. Like I just love Greek mythology. I feel like it's because we learn about Greek mythology in school. At least in my schools, we learned about Greek mythology, but we never learned about Norse mythology. Why is that? But yeah, I like the older God of Wars in terms of gameplay and the actual setting. So Egyptian might win me over though, not gonna lie. I think even if it plays exactly like Ragnarok in 2018, the Egyptian setting might end up pulling me in. But yeah, anything else you want to say on it?
Nah, we good.
All right, let's get into the big one. We're already almost 3 hours in.
Yeah.
The boy. And you know we call him the boy. But where's the man? Because I ain't seen him yet. Hermen Hulst of Sony Interactive Entertainment has stepped down as CEO. Hermen Hulst has stepped down as CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. And this is coming from Wario64 on Twitter, where he posts, Sony Interactive Entertainment announces the appointment of Hideaki Nishino to the role of president and CEO effective April 1st, 2025. Hulst will continue to serve as CEO of the studio business group and will report to Nishino. So let me read this. This is coming from Sony Group Corporation and Sony Interactive Entertainment. Sony Group Corporation and Sony Interactive Entertainment, SIE, the company behind PlayStation today, announced the appointment of Hideaki Nishino to the role of president and CEO effective April 1st, 2025. This marks an evolution designed to maximize synergies across SIE that was announced in May 2024, in which Nishino was appointed CEO of the Platform Business Group effective June 1st, 2024, alongside Hermen Hulst, who was appointed CEO of the Studio Business Group. Hulst will continue to serve as CEO of the Studio Business Group and will report to Nishino. Sony Group Corporation and SIE also announced that effective April 1st, Hiroki Totoki, President, COO, and CFO of Sony Group Corporation, will step down from the SIE chairman position to become president and CEO of Sony Group Corporation, and that Lin Tao, currently serving as SVP, Finance, Corporate Development, and Strategy for SIE, will step down from her position at SIE to become CFO of Sony Group Corporation. Her successor at SIE will be announced at a later time. Quote, oh shit, hold on. Quote, it has been a pleasure working more closely with Hermen and Nishino and gaining insight into the ever-changing, fast-paced world of Sony Interactive Entertainment. As we hand the baton to Nishino and this exceptional leadership team, I'm confident that SIE will reach new heights in the days ahead. After 30 years of delivering exceptional entertainment worldwide, this marks an exciting new chapter for SIE. highlighting its commitment to fostering creativity and building meaningful connections for millions of players. I'm delighted to welcome Lynn as my successor as CFO of Sony Group Corporation. Lynn has been instrumental to our success at SIE, leading the finance, corporate development, and strategy functions. And I look forward to working closely with her at Sony Group Corporation, said Hiroki Totoki, Chairman, Sony Interactive Entertainment, President, COO, and CFO, Sony Group Corporation. All right. So, Hermen Hulst and Hideaki Nishino were co-CEOs of SIE, and they were basically side by side. Nishino was focused on the platform, and Hermen Hulst was focused on the studios and the games. Now, technically, he is still CEO of the studio group, not of SIE as a whole, as he was before Hermen Hulst. But he now answers to Nishino when it comes to the studios and gaming side or the game development side as well.
Okay.
So there was also other shakeups, like now Hiroki Totoki, who was the CFO, is now the CEO of Sony Group. And Lin Tao will be now taking his place as the CFO. So yeah. How are you feeling about this news? Is this positive, negative? What do you look? How do you look at this restructure?
I look at it as the top seeing, like, kind of telling us without telling us that they whatever regime was in place failed. They definitely major shakeups, like not just like small ones. Like a lot of the big people that were in charge of, like, you know, launching the PS5, they're not really like their positions are changed now. Like, you know, Jim Ryan's not there, Shuhei, he's not there anymore. Yeah, this was actually pretty nuts. I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty crazy because because it's now like it's kind of the same situation with Xbox, where like the numbers people won. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like it's like the numbers people won over at Sony too. So it's gonna be interesting. We'll see how things shake up.
Yeah. We got a lot of news about individuals leaving PlayStation throughout the months, including, like, do you think Sean Murray, or not Sean Murray, what was his name from Insomniac that just left?
Oh, Ted Price?
Ted Price, yeah. I'm thinking of the other Murray or Murphy that was at the Initiative at the beginning. I think it's Drew Murray. Or is that... No, I don't know. Anyways, Ted Price left Insomniac.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that had anything to do with the restructure? Or you think that was just kind of a coincidence?
I don't know. Maybe. I think it had something to do with it, for sure. I don't know if it was like a big part in it, but I think it did.
But yeah. Are you looking at this positively, negatively? Like, well, you just say this, you feel like it's because the old regime failed.
Yeah. I'm looking at this positively, for sure. You know, Hiroki likes the PC port stuff, so we definitely PC. He likes the PC stuff, so we'll see what comes of it. But I'm more I'm trending more on the positive side, I'll say.
Okay. Can I be messy for a second?
Go for it.
Can I be just a little messy?
No, be completely messy, bro.
I'm about to be completely messy.
Crash out, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
PlayStation dudes, come to the front of the congregation. How long have y'all been calling for Phil Spencer and Matt Booty's jobs? just how long? It's been at least 5 years. At least. Calling for their heads. But somehow, the only heads that have rolled is Jim Ryan and Hermen Hulst, even though his head's still attached, but he got a little, you know, he
they made him chop off a finger for the Yakuza.
Yeah. Like he hanging on by a thread. But Matt Booty and Phil Spencer have only went up from 5 years ago when y'all were coming for their heads. And I said it, bro. I used to argue with people who kept on coming for Phil and Matt Booty, talking about they're not delivering on games, they fucking up, Xbox is doing this and that. I'm like, bro, Xbox is establishing, like, they're basically starting over from scratch from 2018. That was basically them starting over from scratch to build a first party lineup, or build a first party set of studios that can deliver constant first party games. Basically started from scratch. They had 5 studios before.
Yeah, which is like, they had a Forza studio, they had a Halo studio, they had a Gear studio. That was like fucking it.
Yeah, 2019 they had 13. Then they added 8 more with Bethesda, which was 21. Then they created one. Which one was it?
The Initiative?
Oh yeah, Initiative and World's Edge. No, that counted as a 13. Never mind. So they had 21. Then they had 20. I'm missing some then, cause no, they had 15. That's what it was. They had 15. By 2019, they had 15 studios. After Bethesda, they had 23. After Activision, 33. So people were coming for them because it was taking too long for Fable and all these games, which, like, they were literally at the start of development when all those games were announced. But people just don't want to recognize that. And yes, they did announce those games too early, but now they are coming out and they are hidden, besides Hellblade 2. But but yeah. But people kept coming for Matt Booty and Phil Spencer in their restructure period of first party at Xbox. Now the difference between Xbox and PlayStation is that PlayStation was already a fully functioning, well-oiled machine of a first party publisher. They showed in the PS4 era that they knew, like, they were already fully functioning. They're already at what they needed to be. Now they did add a few studios. They're live service studios mostly. Housemarque, Housemarque just got acquired. They already had put out a first party game. Oh no, they weren't even acquired yet. I forgot. They got acquired afterwards. So in the PS5 era, something fell apart. And it all started with Jim Ryan. But
yeah,
who was coming after Jim Ryan on the PlayStation side? Did you see the PlayStation dudes coming for Jim Ryan head? I remember people like being like, they were like, oh, he's not a gamer, but he knows the business stuff. He knows what he's doing. Cool. He knows what he's doing, they said. And, God of War Ragnarok came out. Horizon Forbidden West, Spider-Man 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Returnal. They were like, yeah, look at all these games we getting, all these first party games, guys. Look at it. Like Destruction All Stars, no, they don't count. We don't care about that. God of War Ragnarok, though, look at that. What is Xbox doing over there? And then, you know, we were like, but that's all Sean Layden's games. Those are the remnants of Sean Layden. They wasn't trying to hear it. They were like, nah, Jim Ryan, that's the truth. All right. Jim Ryan's gone. You know, he was flying out to
fucking Brussels.
Yeah, Brussels, and he was flying all over the country trying to block the Activision deal. Once he realized that deal wasn't gonna be blocked, he jumped ship. And if you look at it, like, if you're only looking at what released while he was there and what happened while he was there, you would think that he did good, because, you know, all these games released while he was there. The PS5 was selling like crazy, and he did put a little hold on that Activision deal. So you would think like, damn, Jim Ryan, he did some shit while he was there. But most of the accomplishments were from Sean Layden. But now we are seeing the ramifications of everything that Jim Ryan did during Hermen Hulst's tenure. But the thing is, Hermen Hulst was also head of the studios at the same time. And since Hermen Hulst went into place, he didn't try to rescind what Jim Ryan did. He was doubling down on Jim Ryan's vision, talking about, oh, Concord, guys, this is the next Star Wars. This is my baby. This is gonna be this is what PlayStation needs. And how did that work out? It didn't. But not only that, Hermen Hulst was overseeing the 12 live service games that were supposed to launch by 2025. Where are those 12 games? Because it's 2025. Let's see which ones we're getting. We got Helldivers 2. Great. We got, I guess you can count I'm guessing Gran Turismo would make that list, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, Gran Turismo, also great. Concord. Biggest flop in history. But they had 12 though. There's got to be more, right? All right, Last of Us, canceled. Spider-Man, canceled. Twisted Metal, canceled. What else did they have? They had a God of War up, canceled. They had Ben Studio, they could make it canceled. It's canceled. It's gone. Well, we still got Marathon. Them tests is looking bad. It's over for them. But Fair Games, Jay Raymond. What's the last game Jay Raymond put out? What's the last game Jay Raymond put out? And y'all trust her to make a live service game? It's canceled. And even if it's canceled, if it's not canceled, it's Concord. It's Concord. So
that's funny.
Now we're at the point where they're trying to tone down on their live service push, even though they needed the live service push to fund their single player games. So they couldn't hit a success with 12 live service games. They had one hit. Like Gran Turismo, yeah, it did what it did. That was gonna hit
regardless.
Yeah, it was gonna hit, but it wasn't enough of a hit, because the Gran Turismos before that wasn't enough of a hit. And this one sold less than GT Sport, I believe. So they needed something more than Gran Turismo. I think Helldivers did good, but it's also not. It's not a very monetized game compared to a lot of other live service games. I feel like Gran Turismo was way more monetized than Helldivers.
Yeah, I agree.
So they need live service games to survive, but they can't put out a live service game that will make them enough money to fund their single player games at the same time. And how do you fix that? Now, the first mistake, and I've said this since the day he got promoted to CEO. Actually, not even since the day he got promoted to CEO. I said this since the day he was promoted to head of PlayStation Studios. Why? Why do you put the guy behind Horizon Zero Dawn as the head of PlayStation Studios? And not only PlayStation Studios, but a PlayStation Studios that's trying to make live service games. Now you can say, but Hermen Hulst worked on Killzone. Don't you remember Killzone? Yes, I do remember Killzone. I remember Killzone never ever hitting expectations. Even when they had an actually good Killzone, people still did not go out and support that game. Killzone Shadowfall was the really the only AAA launch game for the PS4, and people still didn't care. So why would you get someone who couldn't make a Halo clone appealing to the PlayStation fan base, and he made the most unappealing game with the most appealing setting and plot, or maybe not the plot, but definitely the setting. He made one of the most interesting settings and turned it into an uninteresting game. And then y'all trusted him when he said Concord was gonna be the next Star Wars. So from day one, I've been like, Hermen Hulst is not that guy. And I'm glad that someone finally saw that he was not that guy. And y'all can come from Matt Booty, y'all can come from Phil Spencer, but they are those guys. They're those guys. Hermen Hulst, not that guy. Jim Ryan, not that guy. Hiroki Totoki, he might be that guy. That's my guy for sure. All right, I'm done. That was
all good. That was good. I like that.
So to be serious though, I don't know anything about Hideaki Nishino, but that's also a good thing because he is one of the newer, like he's not of the old guard. He's not one of the developers who have basically kind of moved their way up to that spot. I think that's what they need at PlayStation right now. If they're not gonna have the Shuhei Yoshidas of the world, then they need a fresh vision for PlayStation.
Yeah.
And Hideaki Nishino being that fresh vision for PlayStation, I think that will be a better. I mean, it could totally go the opposite way, of course, but I would rather have someone new to bring a fresh perspective than who they have right now, because everyone that I trusted at PlayStation is no longer there.
Yeah.
So this combo of Hiroki Totoki now being the CEO of Sony Group and Hideaki Nishino being the CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, I think that might actually end up being a pretty good combo. Feels like Sony's going back east, kinda, because they have been pushing towards the West for so long. I think this is the first time in a while that we've even had a CEO of SIE that is Japanese. Like, since Yoshida, it's all been American CEOs.
Yeah.
Or at least Western. Not American,
Western.
but Western CEOs.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think this is a good restructure. I think this could have good implications on the future of PlayStation. And I'm hoping that this especially will be good for the games. So yeah, just to read some other things. So Kenichiro Yoshida was formerly the Sony CEO. He is now no longer the CEO. Hiroki Totoki is. I don't think they said what is happening to Kenichiro Yoshida. Like, is he retiring? Is he just stepping down to a lower position? I don't think we've gotten any news about what is going on with Kenichiro Yoshida, or at least I haven't seen anything. So I'm actually curious to see what's going on with him. Now, I just thought this was funny, so I included it. This man, Jeff Keighley, bro. This man, Jeff Keighley. Bro, he never lets go. Like, he never lets go. It's all like he always has Sony's cock in his hands, bro. Like he bro. When this news broke, every outlet I saw said Hermen Hulst steps down as co-CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. Instead, he leaves that information completely out, and he just says Hideaki Nishino has now been appointed as the sole CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. Way to spin that so positively. Like, bro, this man knows how to make Sony look good. Imagine if this was Xbox, bro. This will be a completely different tweet, bro.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Jeff, man, I can't even hate, bro. He's like Olympic level rider, bro. Like Olympic level. I can't even be mad, bro. Like, I wish I loved
He's
somebody.
an Olympic gold medal pony.
Yeah, bro. I wish I loved somebody as much as Jeff Keighley loves PlayStation, bro. Ride or die to the end. But yeah, was there anything else you wanted to add on the whole restructure?
Nah, I think I'm good.
Okay. I thought I had something else. Maybe I'm thinking about something else. Hold on. I want to make sure. Okay. Never mind. There was one topic I was gonna add, but I didn't read the whole thing that. But Harada had put out this tweet talking about Itagaki from Team Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about like Dead or Alive and everything, and he put out this long ass tweet going over his history with DOA and Itagaki, and it seemed like it was a really good read. Maybe the next show I might bring it up. Okay. I wanted to read through the whole thing, but it seemed pretty interesting. All right, next topic. That is not what I wanted to click. All right, okay. Xbox is number one. The number one games publisher in the world as of December 2024. With $500 million in spending, according to new Ampere data. And this is coming from Christopher Dring. So let me read the VGC article. $465 million was spent on Microsoft games over December, making the company the world's biggest publisher across PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. That's according to data from Ampere and includes sales of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which was one of the biggest games over the holiday period. It also includes the release of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which launched in December. But it was Call of Duty that delivered the majority of the success. Call of Duty HQ, which includes Black Ops 6, attracted 38 million monthly users in November 2024, Ampere says, which set the game up strongly for December. Microsoft has been putting increased focus on its multi-format strategy, and 64% of consumer spending on Microsoft titles in December was on PlayStation formats. Ampere says that Microsoft was comfortably ahead of second place Electronic Arts, which generated $366 million over the same period. EA's performance was driven by EA Sports FC 25, which delivered big numbers, albeit smaller than they were last year. Ampere data also revealed that 30 million hours were spent playing Fortnite on Christmas Day, which meant the average Fortnite gamer spent 2.3 hours on the game on that day.
Damn.
20 million hours were also spent on Call of Duty games during December 25th. The two big talking points of the month were Marvel Rivals, which brought in 29 million monthly active users over December, while Path of Exile 2 generated 148 million, the firm estimates. Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. So the main thing, Microsoft Gaming, number one. PC, PlayStation, Xbox. PlayStation spending 64% on Microsoft titles. 64% of Microsoft's consumers were PlayStation. This is exactly what they have been looking for. This is the, like, as much as we hate, or at least as much as I hate the multi-platform strategy, this is exactly why they do it. Now, most of this is from Call of Duty. I don't think the majority of PlayStation players are spending that much money on Sea of Thieves and Grounded and what else? Hi-Fi Rush and what else came over there? Pentiment. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I don't think they're gonna spend that much on Indiana Jones either.
Yeah.
But they're still spending money, and that's money that Microsoft and Xbox want. But yeah, this is the way that Xbox. I mean, they were going to be number one regardless with Call of Duty. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, Call of Duty is the driver. If they could have kept Call of Duty multi-plat, kept everything else exclusive, and they would still be number one. But by let's say like next year, Doom in the Dark Ages is probably going to be a big PlayStation release. Ninja Gaiden could be a big PlayStation release as well. What else is coming to PlayStation next year?
Outer Worlds.
Yeah, Outer Worlds 2, maybe.
Yeah, I'm 50-50 on that.
Yeah, maybe. But I think those two plus Call of Duty, we'll end up seeing them being probably the biggest publisher again. And then the next year, and the next year after that, I think that is just what they've been pushing towards. They don't want to just be the number one console, if that was ever in the cards for them. They want to be the number one publisher in general. And I think they have all the tools to do that.
Absolutely.
But 64% PlayStation. What are y'all doing? What happened to Astrobot? I thought y'all were playing Astrobot. No, I'm just playing. All right. Now we got some good PlayStation news, guys. Like, we not just gonna dunk on PlayStation the whole time, okay? So, starting in January 2026, which is a long time. I when I first read this, I thought it would say January 2025, but I guess I was tripping. PS4 games will no longer be a key benefit and will only be occasionally offered for PlayStation Plus monthly games and game catalog. We may still provide titles that can be playable on both PS4 and PS5 consoles after this date. So, looks like they're going to be pushing towards PS5 games for the releases for PlayStation Plus.
Good.
Yeah. It is. That would mean you're getting newer games, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. But are there enough PS5 games to fill out these lineups? I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's a good thing. I would much prefer, like, Xbox. I mean, they got rid of games with gold, but they stopped doing 360, right? Or am I tripping? Am I thinking a game? No, they didn't stop getting rid of. They were doing Xbox One and 360 games.
They stopped getting. They got rid of games with gold, like in like 2021 or 2020, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, newer games in the service, cool. I'm okay with that. That's a good thing. And then they showed the PS Plus Essentials lineup, which is Payday 3, High on Life, and Pac-Man World Repack, which Game Pass sloppy seconds for 2 of those. And then I actually wanted to play Pac-Man, so I might end up booting that up on PlayStation. So, someone in the comment section said Xbox could never. Bitch, 2 of the games were day one on Game Pass. Silent Ride Home, count your days. How about that? So yeah, how are you feeling about it? You like the change that they're making in 2026, which I literally thought when I read it that it was like starting now, January 2025. But no. But yeah.
Wait, are you talking about the incentives?
No, I was just talking about the
PlayStation Plus games, right? Yeah. But they're starting that they're starting that next year.
Next year.
Bruh. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. The month that they put out, it's looking kind of like I mean, Payday 3 and High on Life where Game Pass day one drops. But Pac-Man is new, right?
Yeah, newer.
I mean, shit.
So yeah, it is what it is. All right. Then we have our last piece of news. New in-game content incentives are coming to PlayStation games on PC. Marvel Spider-Man 2, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, and God of War Ragnarok to offer in-game content unlocks for users playing with a PlayStation Network account, including trophy support. Man, it's looking good on PC now with PlayStation. Now actually giving people incentive to actually put that PlayStation PSN in. How you feeling about getting trophy support? Do you think it's going to be a separate list, or will it just integrate into the PlayStation list of trophies?
I think it'll just integrate to the PlayStation list. I don't think it's going to be a separate one.
Yeah,
like it'll probably just have like a little logo. It'll be like PC, PS5, or something like that.
Yep, I agree. But good news. You liking this? Yeah,
no, that's cool. Yeah, that's good. That means that these PC ports are here to stay.
Does it give you more incentive to play on PC? Will a game that you're 50-50 on PlayStation, you might end up getting on PC?
Yeah, that's me with Yote. I think I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna get that shit on the PS5. I'm gonna wait for that PC.
Yeah, for me, I don't care. I don't care about trophies.
He said, we don't care.
Yeah, I'm definitely on the side of this adds nothing for me.
Yeah.
But, for you trophy collectors out there who are waiting for this, at least we know the future releases should have it. They said Spider-Man 2 with the release of Spider-Man 2. That's gonna be the first big game to have it. So I'm guessing Ghost of Yote, whenever that comes to PC, it's gonna have it. Ghost of Tsushima 2 probably will have trophy support. And those are the only games that are coming out this year. So for PlayStation, at least that we know of. Let me see. What are the other incentives? Oh, so you get a new suit on Spider-Man for Peter Parker and Miles Morales. You get the black versions of the 2099 suit. That's pretty cool. And God of War Ragnarok, you gain access to the armor of the Black Bear set for Kratos at the first Lost Items chest in the Realm Between Realms. Last of Us Part 2, plus 50 points to activate bonus features and unlock extras. Jordan's jacket from Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet as a skin for Ellie. That's pretty cool. Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. Gain access to Nora Valiant outfit. Just as basic as the game. Just basic. Alright.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Will PC gamers, like the hardcore PC crowd, is this enough to make them want to put the PSN account on their Steam game?
Nah.
Not at all.
Not at all. This will probably...
How dare you suggest I enter a login on my sacred Steam. Steam is the only login that exists to me. I don't understand PC players, bro. Or not PC players, but the Steam ride or dies, bro. It's an account, bro. It's not that serious. They won't, no matter what game is free on Epic, they don't care. They will have a game on their Steam wish list and they're like, man, I will wait until this game hits $10 and I'll buy it. The game is free on Epic Game Store right now, and they're like, nah, I'm okay. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
I don't understand them bros. Y'all need to let me know in the comments why is Steam so important to y'all? I'm predominantly PC. I play on every platform. I play on the nasty EA launcher. I play on Uplay. Like, I play on everything. It don't matter. I know y'all looking at me with disgust right now. Y'all probably unfollowed, probably unsubscribed. Y'all like, ew. Can't listen to this guy anymore. But yeah. I don't think. I think this is more. If anything, this is more for PlayStation fans who were like 50-50 about switching over to PC. They just became 60-40 because of this. Maybe 70-30.
Yeah, and then when they do the day and date, that's when it's gonna be all right. We're done.
Yep. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have any PlayStation games I'm looking forward to on PC right now, so this is not for me.
All good.
But shout out to the people who have been waiting for this. All right, with that is it. That is all we have for you guys today. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and to all the people leaving comments in the chat. We do appreciate the support. Make sure you guys hit that like, because we love you guys and it helps us grow this channel. If you're not subscribed and you enjoyed the show, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated for when Dual-Wield and other podcasts drop. With that, let's get some outros out the way. Subegos, appreciate you for showing up every week. What you got going on? What we streaming this week? And where can we find you?
Yeah, shit. I'm gonna hard plug my Twitch. I've been streaming a lot over there. Whenever I have a chance to sit down and play, I just click start streaming and I start playing. So please check out the Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Subegos. Been playing everything and anything, honestly. A lot of college football, so you can see the trials and tribulations we've been going through there. You can see the wins, the defeats, the highs, the lows. I've been playing a little bit of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, so you all can see how it looks like on PC if you'd like. Playing some Doom. It's funny, Doom is like a hardcore game, but like when playing it, it feels very like chill, Like it feels like very in the zone, very chill. I don't know. I fuck with the like what it brings. But playing a little bit of that, playing some Indiana Jones. But yeah, just if you guys have a chance to, help me get to 50 followers on Twitch. I'm at 40 right now, so just 10 more. But yeah, twitch.tv/Subegos. That'll be the only thing I plug this time.
Okay. Little bit of breaking news. I mean, not really big, but.
Okay.
Or actually, this is old. I just saw it though. Ninja Gaiden Black now supports DLSS on the Xbox Windows Store version. Remember that wasn't available.
Yeah, it
before.
wasn't in there. Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Capcom also just updated their sales numbers for their biggest titles. Monster Hunter Wild is still their biggest selling with 28.12 million.
You mean World?
World, sorry. World Iceborne is 14.93.
Okay.
Monster Hunter
That's
Rise.
That's crazy for a DLC.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise 16.79 million.
Okay.
Sunbreak, the DLC for that, 9.48.
Okay.
Resident Evil 4 is at 9.23 million.
Okay.
Resident Evil Village is at 10.96 million.
Okay.
So it broke 10 million.
Wow.
Resident Evil 7, 14.46 million.
Okay.
Resident Evil 2, 15.03. Street Fighter 6 is at 4.4 million, which I think is still pretty low for Street Fighter.
No, that's low. That's low.
And Devil May Cry 5 is at 8.96.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to Capcom.
Did they say anything Dragon's Dogma?
No. Which is probably not a good thing.
Definitely not a good thing.
And then also Phil Spencer came out and said that Call of Duty, or was it Phil Spencer? No, Microsoft CEO. So Satya? He says Call of Duty Black Ops 6 had more players in its launch quarter than any other Call of Duty title in franchise history.
Okay.
And Nintendo's next hardware and software sales update is on February 4th. So we'll be getting the first time sales for Super Mario Party Jamboree and Mario and Luigi Brothership there.
Nice.
Which also means there's usually a direct that happens either
for sure
around that time. So yeah, lots to look forward to. So as for myself, Don Otaku, you can find me on Twitter at PastaFeet, F3ET. You can also find me next week for sure, on twitch.tv/Don Solo, SOLOW. And of course, you can find me right here on YouTube, where not only do we do the Dual-Wield Gaming Podcast every Thursday, but also live every Saturday, Project Untitled Gaming Podcast with the homies, with the day ones. Definitely a much more chaotic show. But yeah, make sure you guys tune into that. Leave some comments in the chat. It's a lot of fun. And with that, is there any last words you want to leave with the people?
Drink your water, go to the gym, hit the weights, and play some fucking games.
What he said. And with that, let's get out of here. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy this year. Enjoy life. Enjoy everything.
Absolutely. Peace.
Peace out.